Dwarf.
Is it a different dwarf to the last
After
one?
you attacked a dwarf. Okay,
Okay,
so quick recap was we tried to sleep at the temple, at the statue. That didn't go well because the door opened. Sephiroth
the,
and Hector. Sephiroth
yep.
and Hector. I think Hector was the one that noticed, or Richland noticed that the dwarf was walking up to us. Sephiroth and Hector pissed off around him back into the chamber that he came from. Thorag.
Is this the dwarf from chamber number 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thorag, who was still stunned, a little bit stunned from his nightmare dream, didn't really hide from said dwarf that was closing up, and sort of just. Well, no, he was talking to him just in a very threatening manner. And then
Did he fail a persuasion, or was he just trying to do another?
No, he just full on didn't give a shit because he was still a little bit. What was that?
And he's been expecting us.
Well, he was expecting Revan. He wasn't really expecting everybody else there.
And I've said he was expecting us. Okay. Probably wrote that down too. Anyway.
So after Thorag talking a bunch, we all jumped out. Balthazar, after realizing he was cultist, attacked. Richland talked him down.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are into the next chamber after Hector triggered a trap and nearly got himself cut in half by a giant halberd. Which I'm so glad that none of us were there, because that would have probably killed most of us.
The dwarf held the trap on the other side.
Yeah, that was after the fact, though. He'd already gone through. Killed a bunch more cultists, and now we're in the next chamber, and we've just had a long rest.
Cool.
That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you leveled up. You're all level 5. You all still have. Now I've forgotten what it's called. Inspiration. You've all got inspiration. Not that you have to use it. I don't want to force you guys to use it, because I won't hand it out until everybody's used it, I guess. So I probably won't.
I reckon we gotta use it more.
Well, it's a reroll. You get to reroll on something you're not happy with.
Yeah, it's a D20 reroll. And
I rolled a nat 20. I'm not happy with that.
I think you have to take the new roll.
I'm gonna use it for a save, guarantee you.
Right. So I can see everyone except for Nicole.
And I can't see everyone except you.
Oh well. Wasn't meant to be.
Just do
Might
the
be
right
doing
click.
too many.
Yeah, right click on the name and go reset player.
I did that. It didn't even work.
Yeah.
Yeah, not meant to be.
Oh.
That's not going to be there.
Oh, I
now.
see the DM.
Now I've got you.
Well, I don't have the DM.
Oh, now I haven't. Yeah, I've got you.
Can you reconnect yourself? Like, reconnect everyone?
If you right click on yourself, you can just hit reconnect all. Or reset player is just the specific player.
What's reset all? What's reconnect all?
I think reconnect all is just try to reconnect. Reset resets if you've moved their cameras.
Okay. Can you see me yet, Nicole?
No.
I'll reconnect all. See how we go.
Sweet. Oh, that's not happening for a long time.
Nope, it's not happy. I was seeing you for a bit, but now I'm not.
Oh.
Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, but I won't be doing any like flash dances or anything like that, so you should be fine.
Oh damn! There goes my fanfiction.
Well, the great thing about fanfiction is, you know, it's whatever it's in your imagination.
That's true. Well, let's go into my imagination right now. No, so yep, you guys summarized what I'm gonna lower my voice. Hold on. Alright, so you guys pretty much summarized what happened for you, Din. We got noise. Oh yeah, don't need too loud. Yep. So basically,
It's a bit too loud.
it's too loud.
You can turn it down in your own settings anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it on medium. If it's too loud for you, then you have to turn it down in yours.
Yeah, there's a master music volume in your settings.
Cool. Yep. So, you basically teamed up with Uldric Stormfall. He has offered to try and help you guys navigate through the temple. Once you guys go through in share for a share of the cult's like funds sort of thing. So there's a sort of a treasure hoard down there that he's got his eyes on, and I believe that he was after one magical item and 60% of the gold, and you guys were going to take 40% of the gold and the rest of the magical items. That's basically what they did up until now. They've come into this room, they've sussed it out, and you guys have slept for the night. So, what we're going to do, same as last time, so we're going to start this session off pretty similar to the way we did the last one. A few of you, or maybe you didn't know what happened, but a few of the guys had some messed up dreams, and yeah, so we're sort of going to do that again. Right, Balthazar.
Yes.
All right, so you pretty much have like a, you fall asleep for about an hour. You don't sort of realize it, but you know that you're in a dream, I guess we'll say. You're sort of walking down a like a dirt track sort of thing, down a sort of country road, and you're on the way to a small village. You're actually going to visit Falstang and his family. Falstang?
Yeah, Falstang.
Yeah. Falstang.
Falstang.
Wow,
Awesome.
that's a hit
Falstang.
of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right, had to think
Yeah,
about
so you're
it.
actually going to visit him and his family. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining, and you feel like real warm and happy. Like, you know, no one's sort of like stopped to mouth off the Dragonborn who's been minding his own business. It's been a really good day. And the sort of, you're real positive about this. You're going to meet him because he's an old friend. And you, from the distance over the horizon, you can see smoke in the direction of where their village is. You know, you're not too far away. The smoke isn't like chimney smoke. This is like a black sort of smoke. Okay. When you get closer to his village, you start to hear people screaming, running away. There's people covered in blood and stuff like that. There's people set on fire, running around, screaming. Like, it's a pretty horrible sight. You're still sort of just walking through at the moment. You sort of the crowds get busier and busier, and you sort of push around all these people. It's a lot more people than you would expect in like a small village. There's like thousands of people running around screaming. I guess you sort of keep it cool and you keep pushing through all these people. As you start walking through, you start seeing clues as to who's actually done this in the first place. You see a few banners and flags and sort of like bodies left lying around. You can see that this is the work of like the marauders that decimated your village before. You sort of like pick up on that. You come to a clearing. There's a bunch of people sort of get out of the way, and you can see a familiar body slumped on the ground. It's Falstang, and he has several arrows sticking out of him, and he's sort of drifting in and out of consciousness. What do you do?
I'll try and heal him.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna go up to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so you try and heal him. Anything you're doing doesn't really seem to work, and he's sort of coughing up a lot of blood. Is there anything?
Yeah.
Hey.
Talk to me. What's going on? What happened?
He's like, I don't know what he sounds like, but they attacked. I couldn't stop them.
Sounds like a V8, maybe.
Balthazar, protect my family. Protect my family. Promise me.
Where are they?
They're at my house.
Can I also try to remove the arrows and whatnot out
Yep.
of him?
There's a lot of arrows. There's probably about 12 in him.
Maybe leave him in.
Ow.
I know. Right?
Ow.
I guess I try and pick him up and go to his
He
house.
sort of
and-
he just grabs you by your collar. He's like, "Promise me,"
Yeah, I promise you.
and then he's like, "Farewell," and then he just sort of slumbers off and drifts off.
Ah!
Farewell.
Peace out. Bleh.
He's dead.
Aww.
Oh god, I didn't even get a chance.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I'm gonna
Good old
Take the
Falcon
battle
Mustang will live on in our hearts.
get my battle axe and go towards his house to
Yep.
rescue his family.
All right, so you see his house several yards down the road. As you enter, so you're just going straight into it.
Yeah. Like, does
Yeah.
it look like
Balthazar,
cautiously,
not
like...
known for his subtlety.
Yeah, fair enough. Just going straight.
It's not on fire. If like, there's no inherent danger.
like not trying to throw myself on fire like that thing.
Yeah,
Looking
no.
at the danger as I go.
No, so as soon as you sort of enter, as soon as you enter the house, you've been here before, you know where it is. You hear screams, and they turn into gurgles, and spray of blood mist goes through the air. And before you stands like a junky sort of like looking stick-up guy with like the Marauders emblem on him, and he's just he looks like those dirty scum that you know.
I
And
just
he's hey.
I was going to straight up acid breath straight at him then.
That's you actually see him and he's got a knife pressed against Faustung's
Oh.
son's throat. And on the
Right.
ground in front of them lay his dead wife.
He already said acid breath.
This is fucking morbid.
This is
And he says, "Stay back, Dragonborn. I'll warn you, I'll do it." And he's sort of like twitching and stuff like that as he's doing it.
fine.
Balthazar, it wouldn't be the
I'll
first time
command.
you've acid breathed the situation.
Balthazar, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast command and tell him to drop the knife.
Command?
Yeah. bleh.
He's not listening.
That one.
It's
let's see.
it's more or less he has to make a save.
Yeah. He's got to make a wisdom saving, sorry.
Wisdom. What's he got to
Yeah.
get?
DC 15.
He's going to roll a d20, and then the story will change dependent on it. Because this is a dream, you don't really have control. So he drops his dagger, and it falls to the ground. And then he picks up another one out of his pocket. And then time slows as you see this, and the boy's throat is opened up, and it just covers you in blood.
Now
And
I'm just straight up killing this guy.
it feels all cold on your face, and then as soon as you feel that, you wake up in a sweat.
I'm just going to vomit a bit of acid breath.
Do you just
right in
acid
front of
breath
me.
when you wake up, just in a fountain?
Oh, straight in front of me.
Yeah.
Did I just
Sorry.
Did I just see a bird? Oh, it is a bird. Okay.
Whoop. This is a-
Hey.
Wow.
I
He's
was so
swooping,
con-
sorry.
I thought Thoreg was getting attacked by a bird. It was a pet. I
Right.
was so confused.
Hi.
We saw the bird last.
I forgot. I'll be honest with you. Hello.
Hello. Oh, no. He's biting. Oh, sorry about that.
Maxed out your microphone there.
Wow. Fuck. Was that as loud as it was for you guys?
No,
It was for
Not
me.
for me, it wasn't.
Oh,
No, you definitely you leveled out your microphone. So
Yeah, I
like,
think it peaked and just cut.
Sorry.
right.
I could tell it was loud.
So you, Balthazar, you pretty much wake up. It's morning. Everything's sort of fine. Okay. You look
Terrifying.
across. Yeah, you look across the room, and you see Hector there, and Hector is pretty much slumped wherever he was asleep, and he's just shaking, and he looks like he's almost in tears.
I'm going to go over him and try and wake him up.
He's awake. He looks like he's already had a bad dream.
What's going on, dude? What the fuck's going on?
He doesn't answer you. It looks like he's sort of a little lost in his own thoughts. And that would be the bit where I would read what would happen to Hector, but Hector's not here, so we'll just skip it. But he clearly looks like he's not up for anything tonight.
I can't see if he's on the camera or not.
All right, Revan.
Oh shit.
Oh, are you ready?
Sure. This entire adventure's been a nightmare for Revan, but go for it.
Yeah.
Let's do
Alright.
it.
Gotcha.
So there's got to be some music for this.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Dark times.
Oh no.
Appropriate.
Right, Revan. You go to sleep like everybody else, and you also dream. The moment you enter, you know it to be not only a dream, but this is a memory. Your stomach sinks and your heart grows heavy, as you already know from when. You find yourself back in the tavern you used to own, a back room. This one is your own private room you would usually retire to for the night after a hard day's work. It's a large room with a fire in the center, surrounded by fur rugs, pillows, and the roof opens up to the sky. The stars shine behind the wisps of smoke. The mountains this year have been cold and silent. As you lay on your side in front of the roaring fire, you can feel the heat against your skin, and it tingles. You look deep into the embers flicking. You feel a small hand make its way across your chest and pull you onto your back. Above you, you see your wife, gazing lovingly into your eyes, her hair draped across one side of her face. "What are you thinking about?" she says.
Just out of character, real quick. I'm aware that this is a dream and a memory, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened,
Oh, okay.
but you're dreaming it.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was just more of a... I wasn't sure if I would be playing it out as somebody that was realizing they were in a dream and a memory, so they would have a different sort of monologue than what they would in there, if that makes sense.
No, you have no control over this dream. It's only a memory.
So as I get pulled onto my back and she asks a question, I would just say, like, nothing much, just the day's work, I suppose. Lost in thought.
She smiles at you and says, "You always keep so much to yourself." And then her smile grows a bit bigger. She says, "I was thinking about our wedding day, and when you gave me this," and she holds up a ring above the both of you as you look upon it, and it shines against the flames. "Do you remember what you promised me when you gave this to me?"
Of course I do, but I still like you. I still like to hear you say it. And as she's holding it up, I hold my hand up with my ring on it.
This caught me off guard.
Just out of
You
curiosity,
promised
was that saying as like what the wedding vows were, or was that just like a general thing I would say?
This was definitely a Revan fill in the blanks.
Oh shit! I wasn't ready for that, was I? So can you repeat the question?
As she says, "Do you remember what you promised me when you gave this to me?"
That I would always be by your side and love you always.
"Do you still promise me?"
Until the day I die.
She sort of snuggles into you a bit more, gets closer. "I know you have to go soon, so I should probably let you get ready." And so as much as you want to control this dream, there's sort of no controlling it. And it's exactly how you remember it. You get dressed and freshen yourself up and you pack your things. And just before you leave, did you say anything to your wife?
I suppose I'll see you when I return. Same as always.
And she responds and says, "It pains me every moment you're away, but I'll wait gladly." And so with that, you leave, and as you get around 100 meters down the road, it's at that moment in time in your past that you heard screaming from your village and eruptions of giant black flames with a purple glow. And as soon as you turn around, you hear a rustling from the bushes, and it's followed by a swift knock to the head, and then darkness. And from that, you don't remember what happened that night. But that doesn't occur. You stand there, backpack slung over your shoulder, looking back at your village, the smoke from your room still flowing out. Silence. You feel your hands clench. Your mind is clear. No longer just a memory. You're in control. So what do you want to do?
I would immediately drop the bag, turn around, sprint back to the house, and just yelling, "Elaine!" and straight for the door.
Straight for the door, and you just bust in?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, she's still there, just laying the same way you left her. She sort of rolls over and just smiles at you. Did you come back to say goodbye a second time? Or are you here to join me? And she beckons you to come back under the firs next to the fire.
I would... I walk up to her and just sort of wrap my arms around her, standing her up, saying, "We need to get out of here. Don't ask questions, we just need to leave."
Sure. Okay. So she sort of gets dressed, and do we need to pack anything?
Only the essentials and what you can carry on you.
She just sort of packs her bags and puts it around, and she's like, "You're sort of freaking me out a bit."
The village is under attack, and we need to get out of here. I need to keep you safe.
Okay. She sort of just follows you, and you're just leaving the village?
Yeah, knowing that this is a memory that now I'm, I suppose, vivid dreaming in, I am getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Alright. Yep, so you basically go with her, take her in the hand, and you basically walk off, leaving the village behind. And you keep walking for however long you see fit, but you never hear screams or smoke or anything like that. And you walk off into the night, and that's when you wake up from your sleep.
I suppose I would just sort of start awake sitting up, and I'd just probably be, for the next indeterminate amount of time, probably just be staring at my hand, that, like, as I was walking off with her hand in hand, just staring at the hand I was holding.
Yep. Cool. You big softy.
It was my wife, man. I loved her.
I know. She loved you. Din. You sleep peacefully through the night.
I don't have nightmares.
Yeah, you
I don't even have
I don't
any.
dream.
You so everyone's we've sort of talked about already, and everyone sort of had some sort of messed up dream. Didn't you sleep pretty peacefully through the night? You feel a calm in the Temple of Dunala. But it's when you wake, you hear a screeching from an animal somewhere above you.
Please not the Sturges.
So you look over, and it looks like the hawk that Saphirina sent out just before you sort of pushed on through the entrance of the temple. But it seems to be really banged up. Feathers are falling out. There's blood everywhere, and it looks like it has like a bit of a bent wing. It sort of like lands right near, like on a crate or something near you. In its talons, it holds a piece of parchment.
Bloody's back. Blotto. Bloody?
I say, what do my elf eyes see?
All right, Legolas.
And I reach out And I stroke the bird's chin, to try and comfort it, and I take the parchment.
It squawks horridly.
I'm like, oh, sorry. I
Hey,
say,
you can get the
sorry,
bird
dog.
back.
And I take the parchment.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, so you take the parchment, and this sort of like bird thing, sort of like it sort of flies off, screeching, and just like disappears up into the roof somewhere.
Cool. I read the parchment
Cool.
if I can.
Yeah, if
With
you
his
would
elf
like
eyes.
to.
I mean, I'm just like, is it written in one of the languages I can read? Yeah, I'm all
Yeah,
over it.
you can definitely read it. Would you like me to just read it out loud?
Yeah.
Right. Scribbled messily in blood is written.
Okay.
Rhys Adrin is dead. Faluna is in ashes. The border has fallen. Arak will be next. There is no hope. If you can choose to die peaceful, I suggest you take that option. I fear I cannot. Hela.
Hmm.
Is that the High Priestess chick?
That is the High Priestess chick.
Right, good. Couldn't remember her name.
I'll put that into chat for everybody.
That's pretty shaken up, baby. I guess normally I would go show this to Hector, but I don't know how much he's gonna say. I guess I just stand. Is everyone awake?
Everyone is currently waking now. So like
Um,
sort of they were either awake, half in slumber, or still sort of just getting up. But yeah, all of you woke up at the same time.
is there like a fireplace going?
No, I don't know. I don't think anyone made a fire, but it's fairly warm in there. It's in the
Okay.
side of the mountain.
Fair enough.
There are like torches and tinder boxes if you need to have a source of light.
I start a fire to make tea
Okay.
or like hot drinks while everyone's waking up.
Okay. So what are you doing with this letter?
I'm just holding it while everyone's. I don't want to be like, what first thing everyone hears when they wake up is this horrible news.
Yeah, it would
All
be terrible if they like slept with horrible news as well.
Well, there's only so much horrible news people can swallow at one time.
This is true.
Right. So everyone's sort of waking up as all that sort of happened. Yuldrek is sort of like wandering over to the circle, like the main sort of circle sort of thing where the rest of you guys are. Oh, my head's killing me. He's just like sort of hungover sort of thing.
Poor fella.
And me both, Chief.
So what are you gonna do? Start a fire, have some tea?
Yeah, just make everyone some hot drink for breakfast. I guess what do we have available?
Well, there's plenty of wood there, and whatever
Yeah.
supplies you guys brought. In the type of person that would bring tea.
This says rations. I am the sort of person who would bring like warm drinks.
Right.
Yeah,
So
nice.
is the British part on your human side or your elf side?
It's a woodsman thing, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you know what, tea is an appetite suppressant, and that is important as a woodsman.
I'll take your word for that. I don't drink tea.
It's like woodsman tea though. It's pretty basic shit, and you don't have. It's just you have it with water.
So it's just soggy grass then.
Soggy grass. You're all over it. You know what's up. But I'm a pretty rustic dude, so imagine that. It's like a rustic version of green tea.
Cool.
And I guess I just hand it out to everyone, and like get everyone to gather around if they can.
Yeah. Do you give Yuldrek a cup?
I offer him one, yeah.
Yeah, he takes it. He's like, "Thanks, you're pretty quiet out there." And he goes to shake your hand. Yuldrek.
You can call me Din.
He's sort of offering his hand out there to shake it.
Yeah, I shake it back. I do it sweet, one of these.
Excellent. Well,
Sorry,
when
you said shake it back, I was just imagining this at each other.
Yeah. When you grab his hand, his wrists light up, sort of like a glow faint purple, and there's sort of like old runes that you can't really decipher, sort of like light up under his skin. And then as he lets go, it disappears.
And I have no idea what that is.
You're not sure what it is. It's sort of happened to everybody else, and from the last session, which you would have known, watching half combat take place, that when you guys attacked Yuldrick, there was a sort of like a purple force field sort of thing that you guys couldn't get through except for Thorag basically just like decimated through it and then cut part of his shoulder.
Sounds
The good old
like he's
brute
got
force
plot,
method.
sounds like he's got plot armor.
Yes, he does have plot armor. I think Revan, you tried getting through it, did you?
I think I remember shooting him, but everybody else missed.
Yes.
I think it was Thorag and Revan hit him. Everybody else missed.
Yeah, so Yuldrick has plot armor, but Revan had plot bullets.
My
Gotta
plot
love it.
is stronger.
Because we can't really have a story without a plot, right?
I
Oh, I don't know.
metagaming.
I've seen a few shows that would beg to differ.
When you want to game while you game.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. I guess I'm kind of startled by that.
Yeah,
Glowing.
yeah. Well, you would have been startled the first time you saw it, yeah.
Um,
Back of being
did I
startled.
did anyone ask him about it? Like, would I remember that?
I don't think so.
If we did, we didn't get an answer.
Yeah.
I say, what's that about? While
Huh?
giving him his tea.
Oh, well, I don't really remember last sesh, but if you did ask it and you didn't give it, you probably won't give it now. Oh, he sort of like hides his like wrists under his sleeves. There we go. There's a bit of interpretance for Superiorness.
Wait.
He's that's nothing, and he brushes it off and just sort of like starts drinking his tea.
Cool.
Backstory stuff.
All right. Well, I gather everyone around, and I give them the news that I've received. I say that Sephiroth's familiar returned with this note, and it looked pretty fucked up.
Are you showing them the note?
I'm holding it in my hand, and I say, "This is what it says."
It's as you hold it in your hand, it's just turned to like black powdery dust.
Oh, I remember what it said.
Yep.
It was written in blood, or what looked like blood. It said, "Rhys Adrin is dead. Faluna is in ashes. Border has fallen. Arak will be next. There is no hope. If you can choose to die peacefully, I suggest you take that option. I fear that I cannot." And it was signed by Hela.
Are we supposed to know, just out of the game, are we supposed to know where Arak is?
Yeah.
It's
Arak
the kingdom that we came
yeah, is the city that we all came from.
That
One you
wasn't-
wash up in.
Ah,
Yeah,
It's like the capital city of the region outside this area.
yeah. So like in your game where you started, you were taking a boat to somewhere. When you fell off when it got attacked, you washed up in Arak, which is the kingdom.
Is Arak the kingdom? Yeah, that's right. Oakrest
Yeah,
is the capital.
Oakrest
Arak,
is the
Oakrest
castle.
capital.
that's right.
I thought we came from Faluna.
Faluna
Right.
is the elven city that we were at before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faluna is in Arak.
No, it's
So-
not. It's in ashes.
Shut up, you. So think of Arak as the country. Faluna was a state.
I want to see. Does anyone here know how to like divine if this message was from Hela, or like if it's cursed or any of that shit?
Fake news.
Like, was it a real
Prob-
message? Is this fake
Probably
news?
our cleric.
I'm holding the ashes.
Hector's not even looking at any of you. He's sort of just sitting there very upset. As you sort of like, you're holding this out in your hand, it's falling through your hands.
The fine ash.
Who's paying close attention to Din?
Revan.
Do you guys want to just roll me a perception check?
Okay.
Both of us?
I'll do it from this way. All of the things.
No, just Revan.
Perception. And it begins again.
You're on a roll.
Fuck me.
You didn't see what he was talking about.
I'm still shaken up from my dream.
Yeah, you don't see any note in his hand, any powder, any nothing. Din's just waving around an empty hand.
Well, he mentioned the familiar.
Yep.
Do we see any sign of that?
You definitely do not.
Okay. Well, if that was the case, and he mentioned that, it's like, Sephirinus, if your familiar's back, can you call it down?
I thought my familiar was a gecko, so I'm a bit confused.
You weren't in the session at the time, but they got you to transform it into a bird to send a message.
Right.
Yeah.
We checked. You're allowed to do that.
Yes. You did not technically didn't pay the proper requirements to do so, but we let you do it anyway.
I can't believe you guys did that.
You can turn it back into a gecko when it gets back.
If you
It's
have
not permanent.
if you have the correct requirements.
Okay. Anyway.
What are you
Do
doing?
you want to call down your familiar? Make sure that it was actually your bird that came back.
Well, I've woken up sort of near these creatures I was guarding. First of all, I was going to ask, is it safe to leave them to approach Din around this fire that he's made?
You know what? Yeah, look, they haven't really moved too much overnight. They slept for a few hours and snarled, but they haven't got out of the cage. I think they're aware they're trapped in there.
Well stuff.
Hmm.
So, yeah, hang on. Do I have to, remind me, am I, like, checking to see if it's my familiar?
You can just command it to come down.
I think if it's within 120 feet of you, you can sense it.
Yeah.
I think, well, she can perceive through it, I think. And she can just, like, telepathically command it, I think.
Mm.
So, in that case, it would be my familiar.
But
Does
you
it respond?
have to check.
Yeah, you haven't done anything to check yet. You're
Yeah.
just going off by our words.
Yeah, these guys are giving you ideas. You have to do that idea.
Yeah. You have to tell us that you're doing it.
Hey, I'm going to call my familiar back.
All right. I'm trying to work out what is going on.
Well, so essentially, like, take with your cat, for instance. Say you saw a room with a cat in it. You don't know if it's your cat unless you go and check. So
Right.
are you going to check to whether or not this bird is your bird?
What the actual point of this was. So, what was
I-
the start of?
I asked you to call your bird down.
Okay.
Are
And
you
it
going
came off.
No one.
You have-
You haven't done
You
it.
haven't done anything yet. I've just asked you, and then you spaced out.
So,
So,
I'm coming over.
so
Yeah.
just answer this with a yes or no. Are you going to call down your bird?
Yes.
There you go.
So Sephirinus tries to call down her bird. No answer, no sound, nothing returns. Lottie, the little gecko that she's so used to, crawls out from behind her hood in her robe and sits on her shoulder.
So there was no bird.
As far as Din knows there was a bird, as far as we know, your bird may have got killed and respawned.
Well, how can both things be?
Because that it would be if that bird wasn't your bird.
For metagaming purposes, I could be hallucinating.
Or that.
Yeah.
I don't know that though. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I saw the bird come down and give me this note.
So in that case, it was a different bird.
So can I, or it was, who knows? And it could have been anything, could have been nothing. Don't make any assumptions. Is my one on this. I go up to. I'm getting agitated now, I guess.
Yep.
I go up to Revan and I'm like, is there still dust in my hand, or is it all filtered through? Like, I want him to just do an Arcana check on it, see if there's anything wrong.
I didn't see shit.
But like, I'm right up in your face now,
Oh, okay. Hey, Din. What are you doing?
and he, yeah, I'm trying to show him. Is there anything still in my hand, or is it all fallen through?
He can't see anything there.
Those
So,
are
am
nice
I aware-
hands. Did you cut your nails?
Can you not see? Can I see anything in my hands?
It's slowly like going through your hands. Like you've probably got a couple seconds before it's actually all gone, just in the wind, sort of thing. So
Can
it's
you?
not going to
and
sit around.
I'm like, can you see this? Can you check? check this. I don't know. And he can't see anything. He's just acting like he can't see anything.
Who are you asking?
Me,
You.
the
you.
blind
No, no,
person.
no.
Oh,
No, if you
Revan,
can't, yeah. Revan can't.
Revan-
Revan doesn't see anything, and I
Revan rolled a 4 on perception, and he
Yep.
cannot see anything there.
even if I'm like right up to him and like, can you cast an Arcana check on this?
can I recheck his hands?
Yeah, sure.
Um,
What would you
It's
like
gone.
to
There's
roll?
nothing there. Din,
Ah,
there's
fuck.
nothing in your hand anymore, Din.
that's okay.
Fuck me.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Yuldrick sort of turns to all of you, and he's sort of like rubbing his head like this. All right. We've got like an hour until
Oh, the door
the
opened.
door opens. So he's like,
Alright.
so let's prepare. And so
Alright.
he basically sort of telling you guys to get yourselves ready, and if there's anything you want to do in this room for the next hour before the door opens, then
Five
he
minutes
suggests you do that.
5
I
minutes before the door opens.
I don't think we're
Alright.
getting any help. Is the point I wanted to make anyway.
Yeah.
I'll take my crowbar and start checking a few crates.
Cool.
Right.
So you sort of just roll investigation.
Okay. $23.
Nice.
Sweet. So you pretty much pilfer absolutely everything. Unfortunately, most of it is just your stock standard supplies. There is quite a bit of non-perishable foods in there that you probably could have used over the night.
Ooh.
And we
Just to make
stuff our
yourselves a
pockets
bit
full.
more comfortable. There's a few more like sleeping bags and stuff like that. There's a few weapons, but nothing special. But all in all, there's not a great deal of things inside the crates.
Alrighty, moving on.
5 minutes before the door opens, I'm gonna cast aid on, I don't know, myself, Thorag, and who keeps going down a lot.
Don't do it, man. I can't afford the medication.
All right, Din.
Uh,
After 3, you get 5 extra hit points.
Did anyone get that joke?
Yeah.
Also,
No.
Din, this may have been left out for you. Yuldrick explained last session that the way this room works is sort of like an airlock. So from on the other side of the door, when those opens, there you could expect a lot of the Hope Devourers to come through the door and swarm through, as they were breeding them downstairs originally. Moved the operation up here, but generally they keep bringing them out.
Okay.
Cool. What else does everyone else want to do?
I ask Yulfric. Yulfric? Yuldric.
Yuldric.
What to expect in the upcoming area? Like, is it just a catacomb of tunnels? Is it like turn left to Vault, turn right to Evil Sanctum?
Yeah, look, pretty much. And Hector sort of probably would exactly know the layout of the temple, but he's sort of staring into the distance at the moment. He's not much help. Yuldric explains that oh yeah, look, you go down probably 300 feet down the staircase, past those doors. It's massive. By the time you get down to the temple, then it splits off. There's not too many rooms. I'd say about 10 most.
I assume you've been down there before. Are we expecting many more of the cultists down there, or is it just the select elite few?
There's a lot.
Oh shit.
Look, with the cultists and whatever they're creating down there, I expect triple figures.
Right.
Not to mention your beloved.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right, of course.
Triple figures. Do you mean 100 or 30?
More than 99.
I see.
So,
I brought enough arrows.
How good are they at ascertaining whether or not people belong?
Look, the everyday sort of guy. Look, we might be able to blend in, and he sort of turns to Balthazar. He's like, He definitely won't.
You say?
But look, hopefully they're held up sort of like in the Grand Temple or something like that. We might be able to catch them all by surprise. Or look, I'm pretty happy if we just bypass them and get the treasure.
Is there any way that we can get them all to go in the Grand Temple?
They like to hang out there. It's sort of like the main base of operation, I guess you'd say. Either there or the garden.
And the leader, where would they be?
Either of those two places. More often than not, he'd spend his time working in the main temple area. Look, I didn't really spend too much time down there.
When I
most
said
of the
leader,
time.
was he talking about Skux or was he talking about somebody else?
He said he.
Skux is. Shit.
Oh, Skux is a non-binary monster.
Oh, I thought so. Okay.
Another
Okay.
realm.
To be more precise, when I was talking about the leader, I meant Skux.
Ah. Yeah. Look, I wasn't actually a part of that sort of like final plan, so I have no idea where Skux is going to be down there.
You had to guess?
Ugh.
Grand Temple seems like the kind of place.
Grand Temple.
Yeah,
or
definitely seems
garden.
Got Grand
or-
Temple vibes.
There is a hold on. I've heard. Where's my story? Where is it? I've heard there is a pit of offering down there.
So I don't know about the rest of you, but I would definitely vault supplies definitely seems more important at the moment. Gear up quietly, and then we can pursue grander ambitions.
I'm out guns blazing, whatever guns are.
Well, I had a thought, but I feel like it might not quite work out the way I was intending now.
It'll be fine.
Considering they, well, as Yudrik said, they were expecting me to show up at some point. Wouldn't it be grand if, and I point to everybody here, if a cunning bunch of new cultists captured the person they were expecting and offered them up to Skux, and then potentially get the drop on them by surprise.
Right. Who's that cultist going to be?
Well, I was more pointing at everybody here because we all have cultist robes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yuldrik sort of looks a little uncomfortable. He's like, yeah, look, I'm not actually meant to be allowed down there anymore. I've pretty much been banished to up here, so what's happened down there in the past couple of weeks or whatever, is anyone's guess.
We play it by ear then?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Help
Happy,
us?
that's how I've always done it. And
Will you
sort of
still help us after we get to the vault, or are you gonna just skedaddle?
He's in it for the loot, mate.
I
look, I'm in it for like I've spoken to your friends here. I'm in it for the magical item and a good chunk of that gold. As soon as I get that, I'm gonna disappear. But look, I made you guys a deal, and I said I would help you as much as I can. But am I gonna put my life at risk for you guys? Probably not.
Mm.
It'll be funny.
He keeps looking at Balthazar like.
No. He has a fair point. Let's be perfectly honest.
Going off the roll, the nat 20 the Balthazar rolled to convince him to join you guys. He keeps turning to Balthazar for confidence in everyone's abilities.
Support. Let's be fair though. If we were engaged in life or death combat, we probably, no offense, Yudrik, we probably wouldn't want to be checking our back every other moment to see if a knife was plunged into it.
Yeah.
So, I do feel once we meet your goal and gear up ourselves, parting ways probably would be for the better.
And
He
hey,
sort of
topic us-
he sort of shoots you a bit of a dirty look. He's like, "You saying I'm untrustworthy?"
No offense, but we don't exactly have the best track record with
Well.
cultists at the moment.
dead bodies back there.
I'm just saying we don't know you that well. You could be perfectly trustworthy.
On the long list of cultists we've met, you're definitely top of the list of people that I wouldn't mind having a drink with. But
100%.
like I said, not exactly a great tier list on that one.
He sort of like stares at you, and he's like, "Can I have a quiet word to you alone?"
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
You gonna jump in the other voice for that?
Hey.
No, you guys can hear. Just pretend you
nah,
don't.
Or do we just pretend that we can't?
We can just pretend.
Yeah.
We'll even pretend that we're further away on the map.
Whisper, whisper,
Um,
whisper.
He sort of like beckons you to come closer to him because he's a dwarf. He's fairly short. And then he
I squat
he
down
lean-
slightly.
just sort of, and he sort of like pulls you right in. And he's like, "How much do you trust the men you're traveling with?"
Some more than others, some very little, but at the moment they are more or less capable.
Right. And how much do they trust you? Should I
Depending
ask
on-
him?
Depending on which one you ask, not very to slightly above average.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And he's sort of just like looking down. Look, I need to tell you something, and this is only so I can gain your trust. But I need you to promise me that you're not going to overreact.
I will do my best not to overreact. At the very least, I won't immediately try to kill you.
I'll take it. Listen, I was there the night that your wife was murdered and your village burnt down, and I was there the day that we dug her body back up. I played no part in the dirty deed itself, but I funded it and I was there, and for that I'm sorry. But I need you to know that, because I'm sure it will try to be turned around on me later.
As he says that, I'm just clenching my fist, gritting my teeth, and through clenched teeth, I just say, "You only funded it, you didn't act in it?"
He's sort of like looking down. Only funded it. That was all I had to do. That was my initiation when I first joined.
I do like to pride myself on trying to be a reasonable person, so for this one time, I will not shoot the messenger.
Appreciate it. And I'm sorry.
Judging by the story that you also told us, you have lost your fair share and found yourself in much worse situation than I have. So for at least that, we share common ground.
Of course. Anyway, let's get going. And he sort of just like
Agreed.
pats you on like the side sort of thing and just wanders back into the group and goes, "Right, you guys ready or what?"
Yeah, we're ready. Did Thorag and Din get their extra 5 HP?
Yes, thank you. I was reading the spell, but it just says increased for the
So
duration.
for the next
Ah.
8 hours.
Yeah,
For the next 8
Oh.
hours, your maximum hit
Yeah,
points
but-
is increased by 5. So that means you can
Me-
heal that. It's not temporary.
Me likey.
For the next minute, you have
Did you
5
say by
HP.
5?
Yes.
5.
Cool.
Unless you
Fuck,
use
where
the
did
spell
Doty
slot.
come
Hi-
from? Jesus.
He's been here for a while, man.
I've been here the whole time.
Richard spent the whole night looting and plundering all the crates.
With me trusty crowbar.
What spell slot did you use to cast it, buddy?
2.
Just okay.
It's a level 2 spell, and I've only got.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you had access to higher ones because it increases
Nope.
by 5 depending on what
So-
slot you use.
Nice.
So before we go, the Theorinus would like to try and slip away from the group, unseen, if I can. I'm wanting to explore sort of like the other side of the room where
Yep.
I saw part which sort of appeared in my nightmare from the last game.
You mean those 2 dead bodies floating in the water? We never took the tokens away, sorry.
Thinking about how she could certainly make Eldritch help us, but she would make that happen.
Mhm.
She decides to keep that to herself.
You're just going to try and sneak over there?
Yes, I would prefer not to be seen and not be.
Depends on how well you roll.
Yeah, look, if you want to roll for it and actually try to do it stealthy, then I'm happy. So if you want to roll stealth, and then everyone else can, I don't know if you guys would actively be looking to see if people are coming to get you in this room at the moment, but
No, I just got the passive perception. Right?
I'll go passive.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I can guarantee you, no matter what the circumstance, I won't see anything.
You roll for it. You have
You
to
know,
roll for it.
Yeah, you know what? Fine, I'll roll a perception.
Revan.
Oh my god.
Revan's
Don't.
got to go off his 4. Ah!
Oh,
There goes my 1 nat 20 of the night, but I still don't see shit because we're going off passive.
you weren't seeing anything before, and then you were seeing red, and then you're like, I see everything.
I saw
You guys
every
noticed this
pore
on
on that dwarf face,
Yeah.
You just passed out.
every crumb in his beard. I saw it all.
Yeah.
Does anyone have higher than 13 passive?
Flip round.
I'm pretty sure everybody's is higher than that.
yeah, I'm
No,
I'm
never
on
mind. My
board.
passive 12. Never mind.
One's
Is-
10.
Is anyone who can actually see if Saphirna is going to stop her, or
No.
just
Nope.
Like, can I
So
yell out
Ferris-
and be like, "Oi, little one, what are you doing?"
what's your passive?
A 13.
Hmm.
I mean,
What's an equal mean?
Equals
He
fail.
does see it.
No,
Yeah.
what meets it beats.
No,
Oh,
so no,
whatever.
equal does mean like your perception. She meets it, so
Oh.
you see her.
Yeah.
She doesn't sneak over it. Essentially. So
Yeah,
the question is,
Thorax sees it.
you
It's the active
could.
action that always.
Would
He's
you?
the only one who sees.
Richland also does.
I think my passive.
Actually, can I just walk up behind her?
Yes.
roll stealth.
Yeah, look, right, whatever. I'll try roll stealth. Why not? Where are we?
Yeah, my passive's 14 as well.
He's gonna do the
So what you're saying is the only people who didn't see her was Balthazar and Revan. Oh, never mind. I saw Thorag sneak.
So Saphirna, you basically sneak past everyone, or at least no one says anything except for Thorag, who
voice for it.
I can definitely tell that you're probably going to see him following you.
We're like, little one, what are you doing?
I would prefer to be. I'm thinking to myself that I would prefer to be left alone. Just to
Okay.
my
My,
thoughts.
my perception's not that good.
Yeah, he can't read minds.
I am going to spell.
Ooh,
I am going to
that's
use
a bit mean.
I want to be left
Alright.
alone.
Okay.
I'm going-
So
Ask if you could head on back to the group.
okay, I'll make a wisdom
Right.
saving throw. I have to make a wisdom saving throw. What do I have
Yeah.
to beat? 13?
15.
15.
Oh, 15.
Says the
Okay.
bottom of the card.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's good.
Nope.
Oh,
I like
damn.
that.
Okay,
Right.
bye. So what were your exact words?
Fuck
Would
off.
you mind going back and joining Din for a cup of tea, please?
Okay, so I'll just go back to Din and join him for tea.
Richland just has a slight
Um,
shake, but
I've already given
anything.
Thorag a cup of tea as well, but I'm just like.
Thorag's
asking
like,
him, "What are you
"More!"
doing?" And I'm just like, he gets real close to me, and I'm just like,
It really needs to be done.
All right. So Sephiroth, no one seems to be has seen you or is bothering you anymore.
So I'm going over to the
Oh,
pool.
please.
So there's a couple of sort of floating bodies in the pool.
No, they're not actually
Yeah,
there. So you go up to
technically they're
this-
not there. You just saw them
They're
there.
not there.
Ian, can I have another cup of tea?
So you go up
Yeah.
to this
Yeah, man. Just,
pool of water,
Get out of my personal
it's
bubble, man.
it's like a deep blue, sort of like a dark, deep, not dark. It's just a deep blue sort of color, but it looks fairly clear.
Aquamarine.
Yeah, look, aquamarine. It looks tasty. This is some tasty water. You can't really see the bottom of it too well unless you're all the way up to it. In which case, it probably looks about 5 foot deep.
So can I see the bottom of this pool?
Yeah, if you roll an investigation for me.
I roll
About 20 on a joke.
invigilation.
You can do it.
Investigation.
What the fuck? An imaginary person shot a crossbow at us.
So as you're looking at this pool of water, there's not a great deal to see. You look deep into it, and as you do that, you can sort of look. You're just trying to see what's in it, but at the same time, you're sort of having flashbacks and memories, and especially that dream. You see your father's face sort of like whisk past the water. It's like Sephiroth, no, and then you see a dream. He's like, I'm drowning. And then you see Arthur. He's like, I can swim. Goodbye. He's like, sort of like,
I'm
faces merge.
fine.
And sort of the ripples sort of calm down, and it's this really still water. Looks beautiful. Looks like you could drink it and stuff. And in the bottom, sitting on the bottom of this sort of like pond / pool, we'll say, there looks okay. There looks like there is a sorry, I'm looking at this screen. My camera's here. This one. It looks like there is a short wooden stick type object, and on the end of it, well, I'll just call a spade a spade. So you look at it, and it looks like the end of a hoe, like a gardening hoe that's been snapped off. And on the wood, there seems to be a runic sort of inscriptions on it, but you don't know what it says. What else can I tell you? The water looks beautiful. Looks like you could drink it, and it's on a 23 investigation. It looks like the water just sort of magically self-replenishes itself.
I love the fact that you pretty much encapsulated Arthur and Adromi perfectly. Oh no, I'm drowning!
I watched the video. It was good.
That feels great.
So this piece of wood, I'm guessing it's like. Did you say it's like the end of a hoe, like, or is it?
Yeah, you know, like a gardening hoe.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
the metal bit or like the wood bit? Like
Hey.
The part where you could easily distinguish where it was a hoe.
Yeah.
The hoe.
Otherwise, it's a branch.
So it's the metal hoe bit, and then it's probably got like, I don't know, half a foot long sub worth of wood on the end of it.
So it doesn't look heavy.
No, it looks like you pick it up easy.
So can I swim?
I don't know. Can
Can
you? It's 5 foot deep, and I don't think you're that tall, are you?
Oh, I
He's
have
under 5 foot.
to. Yeah, I'm 5 foot, I think.
You must be able to swim. You survived that
You're a
shipwreck.
halfling. I'm pretty sure you're like 2 or 3 feet tall.
You could have just done a Luffy and survived in a barrel.
Whole halfling?
Can I try and jump into the pool and swim down and get this object that has these inscriptions?
Sure.
You heard it
Just,
here first. Sephiroth will swim for hoes.
Roll me an athletics check, please.
And while I'm in the water, I'm wanting to sort of keep my eyes open and
Mhm.
see if I can see any other sort of, I guess, bodies that sort of appear.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. So you swim down. You grab like the head of this hoe. You don't see any bodies, any images, or anything like that. And yeah, you just swim up to the surface and pull yourself out of the water. You're wet, but you have
This-
this hoe in hand.
At this point, is everybody just staring at it because we heard it jump into the water?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll walk forward a little bit, but by the time she comes back to the surface, I'll see she's all right. I'll just walk back to where I was.
Um,
was
that's
me.
entirely up to the party and their passive, I guess. But yeah, I think everyone's aware.
And so, can I understand the language on this object?
Nope. Nope.
So I have no idea what it says.
Oh, you could roll a religion check if you want to know.
Potentially show it to everybody else here to see if they understand the language that you don't.
I understand a lot of language.
I
Nope,
understand
you got
2
no idea.
languages.
I'll keep it to myself.
But it's having a closer look at it. So the metal's like a dark sort of steel type color, really hard. You can feel it, cold to the touch. And the wood that's actually coming out of the shaft is like a beautiful hardwood sort of thing. And yeah, it's just inscription. Look like it was done with a a D&D-esque Swiss Army knife, sort of just carved out like these runic symbols.
Sounds like a ceremonial hoe.
We all
Every
need
time
one of them,
some-
am I right?
Every time somebody says the word "ho," I think of something completely different.
I think that's the beauty of the word.
Is there a better word to describe one of those things?
No, it's
That's what they
still
are.
funny to hear though.
Yeah, it is. It's
Oh
cool.
yeah, yep. You know what happened to all the people who used to run this temple? They didn't get anything done because of all the hoeing.
All of these guys over here just start laughing.
even a despair Quagos can find a funny joke.
Maybe they're like those beetle things from Rick and Morty. And that's just a noise they make every now and then.
Hey, Din. Can I have some tea? Please.
Yeah, man,
buddy.
just get it out of the pot.
No. Gotta get it from you. Gotta get it from you.
Are
Can I
you
have
going to
some
be
tea?
doing this for the next 8 hours?
Yes.
Well,
What you get?
to be fair, it's
um,
up until she stops concentrating on it. So if she concentrates for the next 8 hours, you will constantly be asking him for tea.
I
Can I
I
have
guess
tea?
I pour him another one, but I think he's pretty weird.
I'm going to have no oxidants.
Yildrick also offers up his empty cup as well.
I get my deer pelt out of my bag, right? Out of my unroll it, and using the 2 legs, I tie it around my front like a little apron and start handing out tea.
Richland's looking around thinking, must be some good stuff. I'll have a cup.
Did I not already hand you a cup?
No, I was busy searching crates.
Is he
I
searching?
Please tell me your hair's in a bun, Din.
I just point almost
hand in
always
In a
it's in a
man,
bun.
in a
I've,
man bun.
Yeah, hang on, I think that's in my profile picture. It's
Have you got a really shitty beard?
I think I do in my picture because I didn't do a great job drawing it, but yeah.
So sort of you guys, while you're all standing around just having tea, having a bit of a laugh, and
Do you have an
I
arts
guess-
degree, Din?
Severinus is drying off.
Fine.
You guys can tell that it's about 10 minutes until the sun sort of goes across those. So if there's anything you want to do before those doors open,
I'd like to make a suggestion. Maybe we should be on the other side of these barricades when that door opens.
Given what Yulfric told us, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Can we just organize some barricades, like, so that we are protected? Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Hey, you know what I'm going to be wanting to do?
Are these green things on the ground? Is that like a pool of water?
Grass.
no, so
They're
they're
grass, I
big
think.
patches of grass, and they sort of get bathed in sunlight, and that's when the doors open.
That's nice.
So I want to ask for a cup of tea as well. And after I hopefully get one from Din, I'll sort of ask Thorag to come over towards me because I'm wanting.
Hang on,
to
surely it's only one thing you can
Yeah.
make me do.
thought.
You have to cast it
she's,
again.
Yeah,
she's
it's a
not.
single-
she's
it's
not
a single
casting the
command.
spell on you again. She's just
Yeah,
asking.
she's just asking
politely.
you.
It's like, no, but like I can't because like she's asked me to go sit with Din and get tea. That's the only thing. So I'm stuck in that loop,
okay.
surely.
Because I thought it would just go on. For
Well,
the
no,
whole
it's
time.
if the suggested activity can be completed in a short time, the spell ends. When the subject finishes what it was asked
Yep.
to do.
Oh, okay,
I'm
right.
not
Oh,
gonna
well,
ask
see, that was pretty ambiguous. I wasn't given a specific time frame when I had to have the tea.
Well, she just
Okay,
said,
alright, well
can
then.
you go
Okay.
ask Din for a cup of tea? So as soon as you got that first cup of tea, it ended.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
it ended after the
Thorag
third
feels
cup.
better.
Okay.
But Thorag wanted a second cup of tea anyway.
Fuck. Thorag needs to piss like a racehorse, though.
So I'm not going to ask him about the inscriptions. So
I
don't,
mean,
don't mind.
you
I'll
can
just
still
ask-
ask him. He's just not magically persuaded to.
Oh no, I don't want anyone to know about this yet. I want to keep it to
Thus-
myself for a bit.
Okay.
I agree. Let's try and get some barricades.
Barricade.
I mean, I think everything's still pretty well barricaded. We didn't break anything.
Barricaded.
Mm.
Alright.
Well,
I'm gonna stand
So,
here because
yeah, Yildrick sort of like clumsily climbs over these boxes and sort of like, yeah, he just stands over here, like all the way back. Yep, so you guys are doing nothing other than just standing behind the barricades,
Waiting
just
for the
standing there.
door to
Yep.
open.
Just to get this out of the way because I'm sure I'll forget before we actually ever stumble into combat. I summon my axe because I keep forgetting to do that.
Cool.
And when the when my character hears the doors open, he's just gonna ready a arrow to shoot at the first thing that comes through.
Mhm.
So, just as a held action.
All good.
Okay.
That's it. That's everyone's.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Cool. So as you guys are all readying everything, you see the four beams of light that are sort of like slowly closing in on their respective grass circles. A few centimeters away, slowly do it, and shines a light on the sun. And as soon as that happens, shines the sun on the spot. As soon as that happens, you hear the same familiar like with this door unlocking, and you just hear this click, and the door swings open just a little bit.
As the doors are
Um,
opening, I sort of just like walk up to Din and say, "Hey, do you reckon this chime of opening would have opened the door?"
I don't know, man. Do I look like a fucking magician?
Good point. And I put the chime away.
Do you guys want to have a quick break?
Yeah.
Or do you
Yeah,
mind if
we-
I have like 5 minutes? Grab
Yeah,
a drink.
If
get
you,
some
if
snack,
you
Go
want
for
a
it.
5-minute break, we'll take a 5-minute.
Cool.
Sounds
I
good.
would appreciate it.
Sounds
Yeah, let's
good.
do it. Bless.
And I love it how he left on a cliffhanger as well.
Was anybody else like when he was saying the sun was moving across the things? Like, you know, in the movies where they do like really over dramatic music notes where it's like just things passing time. It's like da 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 da. It's like that was just what was playing through my head. Then it was just like, okay, maybe I watched too
Yeah.
many movies.
Has anyone else seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? It's just got that kind of energy.
A little bit, yeah.
Mm.
I haven't watched it. I've seen enough clips of it to know most of it though.
You should definitely watch it. It's very good.
I've
I
read the
think,
first volume of the manga, but that's about it.
Apparently, that's good too.
From what I've heard, the anime does a very good job of adapting the manga.
I think there's some just like especially in the later seasons, like the second season's got some of it, some of the like Japlish, but
Yeah.
it's like the voices are fucking hilarious
In the dub or the sub?
in the sub.
Okay.
Like in the dub, it's just
Oh,
like
are you talking about what's his name, Joseph Joestar?
everything
Oh
Joseph
my god!
yeah, everything Joseph Joestar says is hilarious. Basically every character, every time they say something like that, there's this great scene with Avdol, and they're like, "Oh, is that Avdol?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." And it just takes him ages to say it, and it's great. But season 4, that's where it's at.
I think I remember. I can't remember which part it was that came out, but everybody was just like really hyped because was it the Stand King Crimson or whatever it was? They apparently couldn't figure out how it worked in the manga, but when they finally saw it in the anime, it's like, oh, that's how it works. Okay.
It doesn't make any sense. Is the problem. Like, it's a fucking stupid stand.
No, it was just one of those things where it was just like everybody's just like, how do work? And as soon as it comes out of the anime, it's like, oh.
Yeah, seeing it in action definitely helps. But like, even after seeing it, it's just one of those. It's the beginning of the whole stands don't make any sense period of the story, where they're just like, my stand power is that I can turn people into jelly beans as long as the day of the year is evenly divisible by 3.
Well,
Of course, it has to be a band name reference.
Yeah, the stand name is so it turns people into jelly beans only on days that are evenly divisible by 3. And the stand name is hang on, let me give me 1 second to think of an obscure band that you would like. I'm trying to think of one that hasn't already been used as well, because a lot of them have.
There is a band name just called Sweet.
Yeah, like AC/DC's in there in season 2.
Yeah, Metallica's in there.
Cars.
Boy, the one that really confused me when I heard about it was there's a band called Boys to Men, but the stand name is Boys to Man.
Yeah, I like Bad Company, the album.
Yeah, the little army.
The stand is called Worst Company. The band, I think they're called Flapjack or something like that, and the stand is called Flaccid Pancake.
Oh, that's a good name. I like that.
Yeah, so album names is probably the way to go. Like, Back in Black, it'd be like Return of Darkness, something like that. Or that's still pretty cool, but it'd be like, something like that, but dumb. Alright, I get some chips or something. We're back presently.
Feels like I'm spying on Thorag.
Nice.
Just kind of looking at his ass and his camera.
Getting in nice and deep, boy.
Getting in nice and
Check out the footy back.
No, I feel like they're doing well. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, no. Port Adelaide's doing really well.
I could feel it in my D20.
With any luck, they might be able to pull off a magical comeback.
No.
Magic.
But 63 points down, they might struggle.
How's that? D's and Doggies grand final. I got my membership this year and I can't even go see the grand final.
Oh, look, the Doggies are about to kick another one.
Where are they actually? Is the grand final still in the same place?
Yeah, WA now.
Oh.
You know why it wasn't held in Queensland again?
Sorry?
I don't know why it wasn't held in Queensland again. Because they had it last
Because
year.
Queensland started having cases and they didn't want to get
And their
stuck.
lockdown things is just janky as hell. They keep doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus they're close to New South Wales.
Yeah. So Victoria was out, New South Wales was out, Tasmania couldn't seat enough people to make it profitable, so Tassie was out.
That's
They went
bullshit.
WA.
Was Gatlin willing to have it? 'Cause
I
he was
think
saying
he
no.
was
What I hope not.
citing that he didn't really want to, but then they crunched their numbers and said they wouldn't get enough people in the seats,
Yeah. But he was saying he wouldn't have
so
the
they went
footy.
WA.
Yeah, and then he changed his mind. And he said, yes, we're having the footy. Like, we want a team.
He only said yes because they had very strict sign in, wear masks, seat allocations. I think.
Yeah.
Which was bullshit anyway, because they didn't really monitor where people were sitting anyway.
No, but I think they just meant that people should sit a certain distance apart, unless they were in groups. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Even that didn't really happen.
We're in a group with everybody. We're in the group of watching the football.
you didn't tell me if you were actually there or not. I asked you like twice, and you didn't answer.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I was
He
at the
was.
Essendon Bulldogs game.
Because I thought you might have been. But I asked you after the game had finished, so you probably had a few drinks.
Oh, did you?
That's
Yes,
better than
I
what.
He probably
was
didn't
pre- I
want
was
to talk
pretty-
about it after the game
I
was
was,
finished.
I was pretty pissed that night.
That's better than the last time I sent him a message when he was at a sports game.
Him before
I
the
just
game.
I just constantly got messages saying "fuck the police."
I asked him before the game started, but I didn't get a reply until after.
GM likes
I
that
said,
one.
okay, were you there? And blah blah blah. He was I'm like, all right, were you there? Because I was trying to work out. I wanted to ask. Like,
To be fair, if you
Not-
sent it to him while he was drunk, he probably just looked at his phone and said, "Yeah, of course I was," and then put his phone down.
What'd you send it to me on?
Facebook, Messenger.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I've got
29th of
two
August.
computers, and I've got Roll20 open in 2 screens, and now I've got everyone on my small little one on camera except for Nicole,
Wow, pro,
and she's on my other screen.
pro streamer.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Career's taken
Oh, look,
off.
the Dogs are winning by
Did you,
70 points.
Did you build that, Zach, or did you buy it?
Both. I had to buy it before I built it.
I mean, yeah,
But, yeah.
technically, if you build it yourself, you've still got to buy it.
Yeah. Y'all seen any photos?
Hey. Yeah. Like everyone's a comedian.
That's our job.
Except for that guy.
Otherwise, you get very awkward conversations.
Yep. You get that anyway, but at least sometimes it's funny.
Plus, I
That's
can't have
when-
serious conversations with anyone because I'm too scared of opening up.
Was that like a direct attack on my character?
A bit too real for a second there.
No, that was just me. That was just me.
No, dead serious.
I'm in this picture and I don't like
So
it.
getting a little too real.
Mm.
A little too real.
To be fair, there's a stark difference between saying that and then listening to any of the bullshit we say on the PlayStation chat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Especially the other night.
Contemplating flipping my microphone
We
upside
don't talk
down.
about that while you're recording streams.
That is why I
So
didn't
nice.
comment on what it was.
Good.
That looks great. Lots of RGB. That makes it go faster.
RGB.
I still haven't put the taken the protective cover off.
No, you leave that on.
Really,
God, adds value.
people seem to get like sexually
really does.
aroused when they tear that plastic off.
Some
This
people-
is
Nice.
it's probably just easier if I show you on my camera, to be honest.
Just picks the whole camera up.
Now we're going for a ride.
Whee!
That there.
Oh, I'm looking at our reflection. Okay, I was very confused at why it had a screen on it for a second then.
That's
Deja vu.
that's my graphics card's LCD screen
Oh, cool.
Oh,
What?
with a GIF of a Miami Vice looking dude smoking a cigarette.
I was gonna say a
Nice.
beach.
Very cool.
What graphics card did you get?
3070 or Aorus Master 3070.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
spent a lot of money, but I sort of
Yeah, that's,
Well, to be fair,
that's a real downer at the
the only way to get those graphics cards is essentially to buy like either a pre-built PC or find a place that still has them.
yeah. Well, I think I got lucky. I bought it for $1,700.
That sounds about
The
right.
graphics card.
Considering they're $2,000 plus now, yeah, that's
Yeah,
Jesus,
it was on.
that's
It was on.
ridiculous.
It was on
Ah.
sale, but I don't think this one hiked up in price because people weren't paying the overprice for the LCD screen on it because it's ridiculous. But it went on special, $200 off, and then it was cheaper than most other graphics cards. I was like, well, I'll take it.
Wow.
Yep. So
It's just ridiculous how expensive it all is.
yeah,
I think
But
the
look,
only
I
way to get
didn't-
like a 3080 in Australia is to buy a pre-built one that costs over like
Yeah.
$3,000.
it wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
strip
get one,
it.
but then you get it without everything.
The 30
that-
range is supposed to have pretty good staying power as well.
we won't know for another 5 years.
I feel like
Yeah.
they say that every time they put out a graphics card and then realize, wait, we can make it better and
Yeah.
bigger.
Apparently, it's the
Uh,
first one in a pretty long time with any significant architecture improvements.
This is true.
So
But
is the 30 series manufactured by different people, or is it all just like one?
No, so
like,
in,
'cause I've seen
Nvidia
like
makes the
GeForce,
chips.
Nvidia.
Yeah, so
right.
Nvidia makes the chips and they sell it under their own brand, GeForce, and then they send the chips out to other, I guess you call them manufacturers, and they make
Yep.
Asus, Gigabyte, MSI, like those are the
Yep.
brands that then use those chips, but they have their own, own board layouts.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
That makes sense now.
Nvidia builds
Yeah,
a
'cause
chip.
I was like, oh, yeah,
everybody
this
else
is
builds
like
the
a-
case.
I was always getting confused where it's like, oh yeah, this is like a 3070, but it's like from like MSI or a
Yeah.
3070 from
Think of
someone
the-
else, and I was like, hang on, but yeah, that makes sense now.
the
Okay.
price varies huge amounts as well, just because of brand, and you're like, oh, which one's good?
Yeah.
And
you
sometimes
can think of them like
certain-
car
actually-
brands. They all make cars, but
Yeah.
they're just different brands.
I heard when it first came out, I heard Nvidia got in massive trouble for buying back stock and then like botting botting it again, like to sell it, so they could like on the grey market. So they're boosting their own numbers up. It was ridiculous.
Oh, well. I think everybody's back, so back to
Yes.
D&D.
Yes, please.
Happy? Yes, please.
Supernus has spoken. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, Maz.
So the doors open up and you hear a click. And nothing happens.
I look over to Balthazar. Balthazar, go check it out.
Stealthily go up to the door and give it a nudge.
Sure, roll
God.
stealth with disadvantage.
Oh my god, he actually did it.
How do you roll stealth in air quotes?
I was just gonna say I'm walking up to it, but no, we'll do stealth because it'll be funny.
To be fair, Balthazar is highly suggestible. You don't need a spell for it.
Oh no.
Fab.
I believe
Okay,
you rolled a net 20.
You go up and you open the door. Are you opening it up?
Yeah. Without trying
Okay.
to expose myself too much.
Big door. Should take a lot of muscles, but it's on some really nice greased hinges. Okay, magic hinges. Opens up, all sweet. You look down.
You do 40.
It's sort of like the floor is still cobblestone, and the walls are sort of like inlaid with really nice wood, just like the previous room. There's a few torches, and you can see it's like a large spiral staircase that sort of slowly goes down and disappears into the darkness.
Guys, it's clear. Let's go.
Let's go.
I guess I
Okay.
proceed into the stairway.
And
hallway.
with that, we start moving.
Like, still shocked that Balthazar just did it without any question, just like as gobsmacked and just starts walking down.
So-
Okay, so you basically all got up, start going, following Balthazar. You're going down this spiral staircase. Yeah, cobblestone, wood, like I've said, the whole shebang. It's very gradual, sort of like steps down. You feel yourself going down pretty deep. And like Uldrick said, you're probably going down 300, 400 feet.
I want to
Every-
listen for voices and enemies and stuff as well.
Yeah, everything is pretty silent.
Except for Balthazar's armor. Chink, chink,
Bear
chink,
with
chink,
me.
chink, chink, chink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically
Mm.
can't hear anything over the top of Balthazar's armor chinking
No.
away. Cool. Bear with me, guys. You get down to the bottom, you feel it come out to a bit of a straight, and the stairs stop. So, let me know if this loads.
See nothing but darkness.
Let me
Oh
zoom out
wait,
a
no,
bit.
never mind.
You may.
There it is. It's all the way down the bottom. I see it.
Bottom
Go,
right.
Dandy.
I'm
That big
Jenny.
map.
It's a big map.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll-
yeah.
Got it. Oh god, Tomb of Horrors again. Here we go.
Oh my god, it is so big. Look at the tiny little tokens.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh
Actually
my
can't
god.
zoom out far enough.
Nicole's gonna have
We're
a
all
trouble
gonna
finding
die.
that on a laptop.
20% should be all right.
I'm at 28%.
Then I can't see my token.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
We're
man.
all gonna die.
Starting with you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Does anybody have a
Sounds good,
map?
right.
So, as you get to the bottom of these stairs, you look forward. Hold on just a second. You get to a clearing, and
Oh!
you
Oh,
see
that was
a
Cthulhu for a
very,
second.
very large statue of Denala that is pretty much made out of wood. I'll get into the details later on that. The floor has continued from cobblestone to what almost should be cobblestone, but it's actually small, little, intricate knots of what would be like a tree laid out like cobblestone. Okay, so
Can
the
I
floor is
ask?
almost like a bark type thing. Yeah.
Can I ask a really quick question? It's pretty important. Are these boobies?
Yes, they are.
Oh God! It's not the only thing in the room made of wood.
Jesus.
Well, it's either that or her knees.
Yeah.
I think it
I'm
more
gonna-
accurately might be your knees.
It's canon now.
Where is Ella?
It's a boobies.
I was gonna
Behind
say
you.
it's his knee. Yeah, look, it's a stock statue, so I just use that for Denala every single time. So it's not cobblestone; it's cobbled bark. It's wood type floor. The walls are sort of like wood as well, but they have this sort of like a dark, decayed sort of look. Okay. There's a few magical lights coming from the wall, sort of thing, that's sort of dimly lighting this area, but it doesn't look like it's meant to be this way, and you can see Hector shaking his head but not saying much. Right. This place looks like it's been completely trashed, demolished, and just been ill-treated, I would say. Okay. So if you go up to the statue, looking at that, it's like a big dirt pile, and it's a statue of Denala, but it's actually carved out of wood, really nice hardwood sort of thing, and it's sort of her with a shield, spear, bows and arrows, everything, all of her belongings on the ground in front of her, and her head's bent down, and her hands are sort of like reaching up to the sky, sort of thing. That's pretty much what you get from this room.
So with the wood floor and walls and stuff like that, does it look like it's been made to suit that, or is it like the roots of a giant tree-looking thing?
Floor looks like it's the roots of a giant tree, but it's really intricately laid out to look like a floor.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't look like it's carved wood.
Yeah. I know. I just wasn't sure if it was like somebody made it to look like that, or if it was like a natural thing that just magically looks like that.
It's a natural thing that magically looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's way cooler.
Yeah, of course.
We keep going then?
You know the rule of cool.
And so,
You'll
All right,
drink.
should we
Which
ask
way to
for-
the vault?
That's what I was.
Where's Drix though? He should be following us.
He's right behind you on the
Where
board.
is he? What? Oh, okay.
I gotta find him myself. Here he is. I stomped around.
Oh,
You
so
are-
Fergus was standing on Thorag. Okay, I was wondering what his title was.
So what's happening? What are you guys doing?
Asking Yildred where the vault is.
Yeah.
The vault. He's sort of like, yeah. It's been a while since I've been down here. I'm pretty sure it's that way. And as soon as he points, he goes to put his hand up towards the right side, like this. He just goes like, and he has like sort of like this paint, like he grabs his head and he has this like searing pain in his mind, and you can see the runes sort of like glowing around his wrists, and he sort of just takes a breather and he goes, left. I think it was left.
Really? Because you just pointed to
Yuldrick,
the right.
what was that?
Insight
I
check.
just had a massive pain in my head. I don't know.
Can I perceive to see if he's weakened at this point in time? Like, is he
Also-
fairly weak?
That'd be
Also-
No, he's basically had a long rest like you guys did. He's
Oh
pretty
no, no, I
much...
mean like just like did that like hurt him in the sense like is he easily malleable? Because I just want to like.
Are his
try
shields
something.
down? Can we fire phasers?
Oh,
No, I'm not
he
gonna-
hasn't got his guard up against you
Oh.
guys. He's sort of just traveling like you guys were
No.
all buddies.
Okay, I just wanted to like grab his arm and just point it towards the door, just to see if it was like something. Because
Oh, the physical action to trigger it rather than...
yeah,
Oh.
or if it's like if it's an intent thing, like if he's actually trying to help us and he's burnt and he's, you know, he might be cursed to like stop us from actually helping. So the right might actually be the way to go rather than the left.
Yeah.
Also, Rishlin asked for an insight check.
Yep. Yeah, you can do an insight.
Yep. Just to see if he what's the word? If it was like mind control or
Yep.
similar thing.
So judging by what you rolled and looking at him, you can kind of gauge that you're not sure whether he's lying the first time, the second time. You do see that he has quite a bit of confusion on his face, though.
Um.
And he sort of has that same look of like he's out of his depth. As he was before, he still is. He's sort of just, yeah.
There are actually doors on these.
Yeah. So there's
Oh,
three
they're
doors.
doors.
They're,
Yeah.
they're doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Based
They
on
have
that, I'm going to take a
keyholes.
quick look at the right door. I'm not going to touch it or open it, but I'm just going to see if there's any sort of markings or anything written there to describe what might be behind it.
Is there a map that says you are here?
There
Not that detailed.
are no, you can't see any maps. There's nothing written on the doors or anything like that.
no keyholes. Can't see under the door.
I wouldn't say the doors are like super tight. You could probably see under, maybe cracks through the doors if you wanted to.
Can I try and have a look under the door without touching it?
Which one? That one?
Yeah, this one. I can see Rishlin investigating it as well. So
Is the door... does the door have a gap big enough for a small gecko to pass through?
Yeah.
Because Sephirinus could see through Lottie's eyes and send him through.
This is the right door, right hand door.
Well, any of the doors. But that's dealer's choice. You can choose which one you send him through. He's your gecko.
Or you could send him through no door.
Yeah, I'm just giving you options.
I've just got to think about whether there's anything there that could hurt us.
As an action, you can basically apparate him away and then summon him back to you without requiring a spell. That's part of the Find Familiar spell if you want to bring that up and read it.
What was that one for?
Find Familiar is the spell that Lottie is a part of.
Oh, well, we've just kind of established that Lottie's with Sephirinus.
Yeah, no, I mean, as in, like, she just said she doesn't know whether or not there's going to be anything there that might attack him, but as an
okay.
action, she can
Dismiss.
temporarily dismiss the familiar, and
Yeah.
then can basically reappear it at her side if she
Yeah.
chooses to.
Yep.
So while seeing through Lottie's eyes, if there is danger, she can just teleport him back at any point.
Yeah.
What
But
do you guys want to do?
that's not telling you what to do. That's just giving you options if you want to.
I'd be happy to do that. So,
Cool. So you're going to send Lottie to go and sort of do some surveillance?
that into the chat.
Holy shit! I forgot how long that spell was.
any spell over level 1 full page.
That is a
Yeah.
level 1 spell.
There she is.
It just has a lot of stipulations.
Okay.
So Yuldric sort of comes up to you, Sephirinus. He's like, listen here, gorgeous. We're looking for sort of like a bathhouse type setup.
So Sephirinus doesn't really appreciate being called gorgeous.
And he also
Yep.
probably has terrible breath.
It's horrible. It's already he brushed his teeth last night and it already smells like alcohol.
But she is wondering, seeing as though she's talking to Eldritch at the time, she is quite skilled in persuasion. She's wondering Eldritch, is there anything going on? You seem to be a bit strange coming into this. Is there anything sort of taking hold of you that you think you've
A
noticed?
single person has called this man by his real name because I keep forgetting what it is.
It's Aldrich, right?
Yuldric.
Yuldric, right.
My persuasion skills.
So, yep. So that just means you're better at deception and persuasion. So what are you trying to persuade him to do?
To tell me whether he knows if he's under any sort of curse. Is he just mucking?
Yeah. Okay, so roll a persuasion check.
I don't know why the word beguiling just sounds sexy.
I am still concerned about going through the wrong door.
It can be.
I don't know whether I should send Lottie to the left door or the right door first.
I mean, Lottie can just have a little peek as well. You don't have to send him all the way through.
And remember, you can choose to see through his eyes, so you'll have full cognitive ability to say, "Oh, that's bad. Teleport back."
Before they see, ideally.
Okay.
In saying that though, while you're seeing through his eye, Lottie's eyes, you won't be able to see through your own. So you'll essentially be blind, deaf, and dumb in your body while seeing through the familiars. So we'll protect you while you're the gecko.
Yes. Hence why I'd like to be time efficient and go through the correct door.
Yeah,
So,
cool. So you're asking Yuldric why he's acting so weird?
yes.
It's all a bit weird down here, don't you think?
It's not really giving much away.
The whole place is pretty weird, to be honest.
Yeah, look, to be honest, the headaches are just a bit of a side effect of me being down here, I think.
Okay. So,
Keep an
I'm
eye
going
on
to
that.
ask you again, which door is it?
I think it's the left.
I'm going to go through the left door. So I'm going to go see through Lottie's eyes now. Oh.
Yep.
Go up.
Cool.
It's a horrible gecko picture.
All right.
Alright.
Does just for my sake, does Lottie have dark vision?
How can I tell that? Because I do.
You would have to check the stat block of what you're using for the
Yeah.
familiar.
I'll see whether I put it up.
Love to know how to add that,
What?
like a stat block or something, because I've just got the page up. I've just got a.
When I did it
Tablet.
when I have it for Jin on as a druid for the wild shapes, I just have it set as a like a trait. Like I just have the stat block in the trait, so I can click that and put it in the chat when need be.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's just
No, she doesn't.
No, just chameleon skin and spider climb.
And lizards and deadly geckos have got dark vision.
Chameleon
Okay.
skin's good though.
Yeah, I just looked them up on 5e.
Well, it also depends on what the DM gave the
I mean,
stat blocks for.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just tried to copy and paste like a gecko one though. So like,
There's deadly gecko that I found and lizard.
Regular.
maybe we just copied lizard. Oh, it's in sensors. Where am I looking? Sensors 9. I didn't put it. I would probably say that it does though. And considering so many of you actually have dark vision, I'm pretty happy to allow it anyway.
'Cause I do.
Cool. So Lottie sneaks under this door, slides away under, and she comes to like a small little passageway that looks like this.
Is it locked off at the end?
It's another door.
Okay. Is
Temple's
there
made out
any?
of doors.
Sorry.
One weakness.
Is there any sort of small cracks in this door?
Yeah, yep. So Lottie could fairly freely go through that one.
All right. So yep, go through.
Hmm.
Do I have to be a certain?
120 feet, isn't it?
100
Yeah,
feet.
no, I'm looking just in case of
Your familiar must be within 100 feet of you. Otherwise, you lose the like the familiar will still be there, but you lose control over it.
That's so far, but like on this map, it's still a distance you need to be concerned about.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That looks ominous.
Looks bathhousey though.
I'll show you the whole room actually.
I mean, it looks like blood.
Doesn't it always? Who hasn't had, you
A
know,
bloodbath.
So what Lottie can see is a large room, same sort of floor and walls as every other room that you've sort of been through. There's 4 large masses of water. 2 have blue water, 2 have red water. There's something floating in one of the masses of water, and then some big box things at the far back right of the room.
Take a drink every time he says water.
Stay hydrated.
And go 120 feet away. 120 feet away.
you go closer to the door as well.
Oh,
Yeah, he's still good for a while.
okay.
Yeah.
She certainly doesn't want to get seen by this creature here.
All Lottie can tell is there's something floating in the water.
Which I think I want to just avoid that. If I could go around water here.
Yep.
And keep going. Are we now? I can't really go much further.
You can
Yep.
walk
You can
yourself
go
up to the door, though.
Well,
Yeah,
not at
what-
this point in time.
Is there sort of like a passageway through here?
Is there a way? Yeah, there's another door. Would you believe it? You're in a dungeon, there's doors.
Pretty bonkers.
Oh.
Okay. So we've established that it's a fairly empty room. There's probably a bad guy there.
There's something in the water.
Yes. So, okay, that's as far as I can go. So I'm going to come back. It looks like it goes on for a long time. And we might have to get a bit closer. I think that it'd be a good idea to just to rule it out.
Alright, Richland. This is where it's your turn to shine.
So she's back.
Poor Ed kicks in the door.
Do we want to check the other door as well?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. I'm just getting ready to stand by this door and guard it.
This is another door as well.
Out of curiosity, has Saphirina's relayed any information to the rest of us about what she's seen?
Not yet.
No,
That's
she's
why
still
I'm
got
asking
good ones,
Saphirina's. Because at any point while she's doing this, she can freely speak to us.
I'm happy to have been saying, as I was commentating, it being me telling you in real time.
Oh, fair enough.
Is this a door here as well? Can I try and go through here? Because this hasn't been mentioned.
I feel like he's trying to say something, but I only see mouth movements.
Well, I can't see him at all. So,
I think still
He's
muted.
playing with his mic. He's turning his headset back on.
Oh, this
There it goes.
headset. Sure, I can mute it with a button on one. It's my work one I stole.
Borrowed.
We definitely won't have
Alright.
that on stream forever.
No.
Surely that's ours. We're the ones that pay that for the taxes, didn't it?
Well, technically, I spend a third of my tax paying a third of my pay, so
Yeah.
So does that mean technically you
God.
employ yourself?
Some
Yes.
circular shit, man.
pay Inception.
to really I only earn a third. Well, I get a third.
Okay. So this is an entrance that we haven't discussed.
Yep.
You guys-
You want to send Lottie through?
Yes.
Guillotine straight down.
Somebody just say something like
So
that.
I'm sort of
Empty elevator shaft.
I'm wondering how good of an idea this is because this just entrance was not even mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask before I send Lottie through. Am I allowed to sort of switch in between
Yeah, at any point.
Lottie's eyes and my own?
At any point.
So I want to leave Lottie there for the moment and come back to myself and ask Eldritch. Okay, so you said there's a left door and a right door. What about the door in front? What's through there?
I've never been through there.
Have you ever
True,
been
when
to
he
the
was
Grand?
giving us information, it's either the Grand Temple or the Garden.
I mean, if I was going to put a Grand Temple anywhere, it'd be through the back door.
Yeah, I've never gone through that door.
Okay.
He said as he eats some pods.
Imagine. Really.
Which he stole from a crate upstairs. So yeah, so Sephiroth, if while you're doing this, if you want to like walk towards the door so you get a little bit more range on control, you can. Instead of
Yeah,
just
okay.
standing in the back of the room.
If you go there, then you get like a lot more range.
I'm gonna ask, I guess the group. Do you think it should be a good idea to look at the door that Eldritch knows about, or the right door, or just go straight through the back?
I reckon
Sure.
let's just check the right door for me. Like, I don't know. I feel like, what do I know about temples? But
I think
I was
any
gonna
and
put a
all
Grand Temple
information we
anywhere.
can gain is a good idea.
Yeah, the more the merrier at this point. We're going in very blind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which one do you want to do first?
Just double check the top one to see
Flip a
nothing's gonna
coin.
come rushing from behind, and then we'll go the right one.
Roll a d2.
Really?
That's just means.
Hey
flip a coin.
Google, flip a coin.
Heads it's up. Tails it's right.
Landed on heads.
Is
Alright,
that
going up.
the back door?
The
Okay.
top door, yeah, the one you're
Top
at.
door, yeah.
I switch back to eyes to Lottie, and we go through the door.
Yep.
And
Going through?
she wants to keep going. There's just a dark sort of. Sorry, you're the DM.
Yep, that's okay. I'm clearing it out for you. How far do you want to go?
As far as I can.
Yeah, so you're going. It's a. Okay.
So she carefully sort of.
Use chameleon skin.
Hold on, sorry, don't go too far. Yep, so this room is actually dimly lit as opposed to the last one, which was almost pitch black.
Mhm.
So Lottie can see fairly well here. Cool. If you're going to go there, roll a stealth check.
Okay, for Lottie.
Yep.
Me.
You're pretty hidden behind a door, so I don't think they'll see you.
Do you have access to Lottie's page?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did that come up?
Yep, that's cool. Happy with
Oh.
that. Yep, so you sort of sneak around, Lottie's sort of like climbing up on the walls and stuff like that. Comes to a large room that looks like it is like a big eating hall. Okay, so all of the tables and sort of like the the bars here, it's like a big serving sort of area here. All of the dishes look like they've just been like completely emptied. like just food and scraps left everywhere. Like someone's been eating here for a while, and yeah, it's just trashed. There's 3 sort of hooded cultists sitting at that table, and they're all just like talking, well, oh fuck it, just talking shit sort of thing, and just eating, stuffing their faces. They haven't seen Lottie yet.
This measure. Thalia. Yeah. Okay. So I'm wanting Lottie to stealthily walk around and not be seen by the cultists and try and get this door here.
Reveal. Yep, sorry. So there is a door to the back of the bar there, and going down here. If you look down here, there is another door.
Winter was paid to make these doors, made a fortune.
Okay.
Maybe they're grown out of the tree.
I don't
I
think
didn't
that
consider that.
I don't think that I'm going to be able to get enough. Yeah, no. I'll go through here where I am first. Yeah, I can keep going.
Yep.
Go through here.
You're gonna go through that door. No, I'm happy to roll with that stealth check. Okay, so you go through there. There are a bunch of beds there. Okay.
Ooh.
A few of them have mounds in them. Let's say that, yeah, sure, you can climb over this. Oops. Here's just like curtains and sort of thing, and beds everywhere. So these are basically like triple bunk bed type setups and stuff like that, used for housing a lot of people.
I can't go further, and I think I'm a bit close to the cultists. I'm going to go back into the kitchen.
Mhm.
And I'm going to try and see if I can at least open this door back here.
Yep.
Is my stealth check still play?
Yeah, we'll say it is. Just for
Because
ease.
I have to get a little bit close, but maybe
Onto that table.
I can try and find whatever this.
Yeah, you're just like a little gecko. It's fine. You can sort of just like slip in between and stick on the walls and the roof. They're not going to be looking up. Yep, so you get to this door and it is sealed tight. There is no way for Lottie to actually get through there. It seems like a lot thicker, a lot heavier sort of thing.
Is there not sort of any keyhole?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's as far as we're going to get for this back door. So I'm going to come back around. Okay, and now we'll check out the right door, will we?
Do it.
Let's do it. So
Checking
I'm
my-
Great Adventure
Wait,
Part 3.
temporarily- I've temporarily switched back to myself so that I can move over to here. Then I switch back to Lottie and we'll go through.
You go through, as you go through, this corridor is not magically lit or anything like that, but you can see flickers of light coming from down the end of the hallway.
Okay.
It seems like it's natural light.
Going through.
For like 300 feet underground. Interesting.
We're keeping on going.
What did the company expect? It's not even decided.
Sweet, so it opens out. The easiest way to do this. Right, roll a stealth check for me again.
Hang on.
Yeah, they don't see you. Okay, so you go out there, and basically, it opens up, and it stops being wood. Okay, you're in a room that is sort of like intricate stonework is sort of like lining these walls, and as it gets higher and higher, it sort of goes to sort of like just raw rock sort of thing. So these intricate patterns sort of disappear as it goes up in a rock. And if you look, Lottie looks up, you can see that this goes up to where the bridge at the entrance of the temple was. Okay, so that bridge that you guys crossed initially, this sort of is like a massive chasm that sort of opens up all the way up. You could sort of see it through flickering of light and stuff like that, because this hole here that's surrounded by just rubbly rocks type thing is where all of these spores are coming from. So just thick, dense spores are just shooting out of this sort of like hole in the ground, and it's going up this chasm and sort of like blocking out the light and stuff like that. But you can see that bridge sort of shadow above. There are a few cultists that are shouting at this cultist, who is shouting at a small little squiggly green pig-looking thing.
So that green thing, is that not a hope devourer?
Yeah, that is a hope devourer.
Okay, so it looks like this room sort of ends here with all this stone around. Is that right?
Yep, it just goes up.
Okay. So I'm going to come back. We're going to decide what we're going to do. So now I'm back myself, just sort of recapping that we've seen sort of where everyone lives. There's a door that we can't get through, which is interesting, but there's sort of through the right hand seems to be where everything's happening.
If that's where all the spores are coming from, it might make sense to try to find out a way to stop that.
Definitely putting a pin in that.
Well, if there's no way, if there's no other doors in there that she could see, and only a few people in there, perhaps taking them by surprise and, I don't know, burning out the smouldering spore hole might be the best option for the quickest advantage.
Unless that's where Skux is, in the hole.
When she was looking in there, was it a deep, dark hole, or was it just like a mushroom pit?
Could not see past the spores.
I've got to assume that's the sacrificial pit that we heard about.
Hector's sort of out of action for this sort of thing, but I'm happy for you guys to roll a religion check if you want to, or a history to sort of work out like what sort of the layout is in the temple and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll roll a history check because I've got perception and I've got proficiency in that. I've got +5, so.
Yep.
I'll roll religion, even though I've got Dickle in it. I just want to see how bad I'll roll.
Oof. Oh my god.
And we're back in the game. Low rolls all around. Love it. You'll love to see it.
Thorag, you're not too well versed in Denala, but you know this temple sort of thing. People come from everywhere. People make offerings and stuff like that. So normally, this pit, sorry, the main whole temple. There is that main temple that has been talked about. There is the sacred gardens, and there's also the offering pit sort of thing that's in here. Everything else is more of like a an area for travelers to come to where they can rest, eat, bathe, and stuff like that, and sort of like relax while they pray. The offering pit is not so much for like human sacrifices or anything like that. It's mainly for food offerings, hunt offerings, and stuff like that. and once upon a time there was that sort of ability to offer it on the bridge, or you could come down to this room and make that offering as well. So it was all sort of connected in that sense. Is there anything else you want to know with a 16?
So would say, for example, if this sacrificial pit,
Mhm.
if this has been tainted, then what was the original intent of this sacrificial pit?
It was to make
be
It
to-
was to make offerings to Denala.
Yeah, and so what would Denala give in return? Would that be like?
That was like
That's
a
prayers and
bountiful
wishes.
hunt, or prayers and
Okay.
wishes, or the whoever prayed to her, whatever they so desired, sort of thing.
Sending
Like
you
it
good
was
vibes your way.
yeah, good energy.
In a way that was
Thoughts and
totally
prayers.
Yeah.
provides for you in a way indistinguishable from random chance.
Right. Okay.
Not in this world. Gods are real in this world.
Yeah, but they're capricious.
Oh,
Hmm.
we're really going
So it's reasonable to assume that these cultists have come down and they've corrupted this pit in some way, and that is what is causing these death spores.
I'll tell you that with a history check. But
At our best guess, that is what we're
That-
going with.
Like- I think that's
Alright.
a reasonable guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I suggest we see if we can try and get one of these cultists, get some bamboo shoots ready to go to shove up his fingernails, and then get the truth out of them.
So the plan to go to the vault's out the window.
No. That's still that's
That's
plan A. That's plan
Like
1A. This is plan 1 Appendix B.
My concern
That's
is that
this is plan adjacent.
yeah,
Right.
like my concern
Eldrick's
is
sorta
that we
like-
may be going to this place like underprepared. Like this might be our final destination.
Uldrick is sort of like raising an eyebrow. Is it? What are you talking about a vault for? What do you mean vault?
Is that not where we're going?
Just say it's a treasure hoard. It's not in a vault.
Oh yeah. I'm a simple man. Cut me some slack.
That's right. I just want to clarify. It's not. There's not a vault of treasure.
This place has many doors. It may as well be a vault.
Yeah, it's a Deus vault of treasure.
He
Well-
mutters under his breath. More like a tomb.
Did we hear that?
Catacombs.
Wait, did my elf ears hear that?
Revan hears it because he's close. And yeah, all the other elves in the party. Din half hears it because he's a half elf.
He hears it out of his left ear.
And I'm too busy staring at Denala's ass in her statue to notice.
Yep. She's doing a big old squat.
So, shall we take a census of the party? All in favor of going into the offering pit to...
murder.
I wasn't going to say that. I was
Clean
going
up.
to try to put it more politely. To dissuade the living in there and to try to figure a way to untaint the hole.
I'll
Yes, I-
untaint your hole.
Yes, I just realised I called it a taint hole.
And wear the robes and try and join them and sneak in.
I mean, sneak is good. We like sneak. Balthazar not so sneaky. Also
Alright, he
can't
can wait
dress up.
around the corner.
Yeah, I can
We know
sneak
that.
in, guys. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll sneak in.
I'm not overly sneaky either. So
Yeah, but you can at least fit into your cult clothes.
Fine, I'll wait at the back. You guys-
So, sneak,
Just out of
yes,
sight.
but remember, prepare to discourage life upon them.
all right,
I'm
well,
always
lead the
prepared.
way.
Always prepared to discourage that.
Okay. So we
so
Did you open the door or did you just bash through it?
Oh right, that's still closed, isn't it?
so shall we put our? Do we still have our cloaks?
Yes.
See?
Cool.
Yeah.
Should we cloak then?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if that's the case, because I'm pretty sure I still don't, I never actually grab cloak, I mask and mini face myself to make myself look like a cultist.
You sure do.
A human cultist, I don't look like a tiefling.
Good.
what are we like? Are we going in to try and take them by surprise? Are we going in to try and learn things?
You're
Like,
going in there taken by surprise. I'm coming in and back up at the rear because I can't stealth.
So we're going
He's gonna let
in
the dog out.
to try to figure out what is going on. If we
Yeah.
don't see anything helpful, we do a big murder party,
yeah,
and then we try to wipe the taint hole.
right. But before that, we're going to need to ask the cultists what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
All right, what's the plan? What's the
Let's
plan?
just end them.
All right.
Uh,
So,
Okay.
when we get in the room, I can ensnare one.
No,
And
no, no,
then
no,
we
no.
can-
We're not going in guns blazing. We're going in and we're going to politely ask them questions. Everybody else that isn't asking them questions, please be prepared to jump in with aggressive action.
I would say
As-
probably
as
only
soo-
like two cultists with
So-
Balthazar. If we're going to pretend to offer him up, and
I-
then we can all just rush in the
I don't think
Um,
we're not pretending to offer him up. That's not.
Uldrick is sort of like standing back there. He's like, "You all want me to stay here, or
Hector, you stay here and guard Yordrick.
Hector doesn't say anything, but you know he's going to
Okay.
because he sits
So-
down on the ground.
Thanks, buddy.
Hector
Give him
sits
a-
on Yordrick.
Give him a wink and 2 thumbs up.
Richland looks at Saphrinus and Revan and go, I know you want information, but as soon as you ask them some questions, they'll know you shouldn't be here.
That is a fair point.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Oh, it does. Countless
That-
times prior, it has.
Hence,
You will be.
hence the prepared to jump in with aggressive action.
If things go sideways, I'll just ensnare one and we can kill the others.
I'm pretty persuasive.
As am I.
Yeah.
Am I?
I think I like my chances of getting an answer.
Oh, do you reckon we should have Saphrinus jump on the shoulders of, like, say, Richland or something?
No.
Who's the
No.
who's the second shortest person?
Well, no, just to like.
Then they're going to be 10 feet tall. That's way more conspicuous.
That's
Yordrick
super
is like-
intimidating.
You can jump on my shoulders.
Cutie.
Oh, good.
So how? Okay.
Yeah, just because if she's going to be persuasive, she knows she's got to be in there. But then they'll be like, why is the Hobbit fucking talking? We don't have Hobbit cultists here. They're probably racists.
No, you know
They
what would be
do-
given
They
a
do
better
have hobbit
idea?
soldiers, I think.
If
Yeah, they are. I haven't really specified. It's mostly humans, but there are other races.
anyone,
Nothing
I
like
think go for it. Go for it.
does anyone have an invisibility spell apart from me? So I've used my spell slots.
I'm invisible.
You've only used one spell, haven't you?
I've used suggestion, trying to get Thorag away from me.
You have 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've used
Doesn't that
one.
mean
I
I,
used one.
yeah, I used 2. I used the Find Familiar.
No, you already had that active. You were just like Find Familiar is always a thing that you have. You only need to use the Find Familiar spell again if you have to recreate the familiar.
Oh, okay, so this is my idea. We can send Eldritch in. I can be invisible behind him to make sure that he actually questions them. He goes in and he asks what's going on in here.
He's banned
He's-
from there.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
allowed to
he'll,
be here.
Yeah, he'll get picked up.
Will they know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But
Worst
it is,
comes to worse, I can make myself appear to be one of the more important cultists we saw upstairs,
Oh, yeah, good point.
and
I think we're overthinking it. At this, like, if we're going to go into this room, let's just do it.
yeah.
Well, how are we going to get the information?
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna go up. You're gonna ask him.
You can either
nicely?
ask politely or I can ask aggressively.
And Balthazar's gonna wait somewhere here, just out of sight.
Are we going to pretend to be cultists or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are.
They
Yeah.
will probably shoot on sight if they think we're not.
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone except Balthazar, because he can't
Yeah,
pull it off.
I suggest
I
for
think-
Saphrinus and I probably take a good 20 feet ahead of you guys,
Okay.
and then
I think everyone should use their highest spell slots.
well, good thing we're warlocks because we can only do that.
Wow,
What's this for?
let's go. No fucking around.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Right. So
See,
Richland's
so-
going to quickly check the door for traps or
Mhm.
to see if there's any alarm or anything on it.
Yep, roll investigation.
Weasel wants us to just go say hi.
20.
There is a rigged crossbow. Probably I don't know how many feet that is. It's there, sort of thing.
Okay.
Triggered to go off when you open the doors.
I'd like to try and disarm it.
Yeah.
Whether it's I don't know if it's like a wire or a pressure plate or.
It looks like it's sort of just activated by the door, and it looks like it's only a one-shot type thing as well.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you
Gonna
could
try
stand. You could probably just stand aside from the door when you open it, and
Send
Do it
Lottie
that
and
way,
make
yeah.
him chew through the
All right, we
bowstring.
do that then.
yep, cool. So you sort of like get everyone to stand aside. You push us open this door, get out of the way, and this crossbolt just sort of like fires through, hits the side of the statue, but it's been disarmed.
Okay. And yep, moving ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I'm gonna s- let the other guys go ahead, and then I'm gonna stealthily approach up to about here.
so I'm pretending to be one of them.
Yeah. So who's
You're-
going ahead to pretend to be cultists?
Well, that's-
I believe it's Revan and Sephirinus.
Just you two?
So it'd probably be a
Actually, I'm gonna go too because I
Yeah, I
can
did-
really, because I can only do melee stuff. You guys can shoot from far away.
Yeah,
so...
I did suggest you guys maybe like 20 feet behind us.
okay.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna stop here.
Cool, cool. You guys aren't stealth or anything. You're just wandering up
Right.
as cultists. Yeah, you guys back there, but I'm just talking about these three guys up here. Cool. So the back cultist sort of like turns to you and says, "Oi, what are you doing here?"
And we say, "Oh, we've come
Take
in
point on the
to,
conversation, Sophie.
Hmm?
You're the one that want to take point on the conversation, so you go ahead.
Yeah, he's pointing at Sephirinus. What are you doing here?
well, we're coming in we wanted to come in to do the sacrifice.
The what?
We
The what? The sacrifice?
wanting to check out if it's time.
Good time for what?
Busy.
It's not a good time. Can't you see what we're doing?
What are you doing?
And you look at them, and this Hope Devourer sort of is like stuck in between these rocks. It's like letting out these weird sort of screams. Oh, got a message from the missus. Got to be quiet. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, so you see this Hope Devourer stuck. It's just making crazy noises. This cultist here has got a stick, and he's trying to like dislodge this Hope Devourer. This one here's freaking out, and this guy seems to be in charge, and he's sort of just, yeah.
So I sort of say we're traveling. We've come through the temple. We know that we're allowed to stay and get something to eat, but we're wanting to check out where we can sacrifice as well, so that we're prepared, so we don't get lost. What's happening over there with that creature?
He just sort of like gives you a blank stare. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with this one? What do you mean it's stuck? We're trying to dislodge it. What do you mean you're here for the sacrifice? What are you talking about?
It's an offering pit, not a sacrifice pit.
Look, you can either help us get this fucking thing unstuck and free, or you can fuck off."
All right. So are we gonna go and help?
Sure, let's go and help. I say
You
with a little wink in my eye, getting my axe ready.
Okay. So we say, yep. All
I
right.
still
we're
have my
coming
axe in hand too. So, yep.
up. Also, what's the difference?
Difference between what?
Sacrifice and offering.
Was
I
sacrifice
realized-
usually entails killing something? Offering is usually just like, it doesn't always have to be murder.
So this cultist and this DM had no idea what you were trying to say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were
Okay.
pretending to be cultists, not new recruits, so I kind of got lost there too.
Yeah, you didn't really
stand-
ask me.
I have trouble with my words.
I thought it was going to be more of we're here for your report in, not hi fellow kids, we're here too.
I want to
Please share your
stand here just
Pokemon
so I can-
cards.
because when shit goes sideways, I want to do a hit. This is Sparta kick.
I love
So
it.
I'm in a bit deep now, so I'm here to try.
Alright. Yeah.
Yep. So
okay.
this cultist here has a stick, and he's trying to get at it, and he goes, "You fucking here, you're closer to the ground. You do it." And he
Does
gives you this stick.
Does it look like they're trying to push it into the pool, or are they trying to get it out?
I think they're trying to free it.
They're trying to just like get it out of the rocks. They look like they're trying to bash it down into the pit.
Mm,
Okay. I look over to Revan. As I stand behind this cultist, and I'm assuming he's like not really noticing me because I'm kind of like walking but slowly, but I'm kind of stopping behind him to make
You
it
know-
look as if I was going to go help.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make him do a roll.
Do a roll. I'm walking over there, but I'm like kind of like looking back at Revan, and I'm stopping like
Yeah.
very quickly behind him.
He sees you. He knows you're there. He's not sure what to think of it. You're just a big half orc, and he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna leave this guy alone.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, while I'm standing next to the pit there, can I get a better look at, like, do I see how far down it is, or is it just like blanket of spores?
Roll a perception check
Oh, goody, my favorite thing.
or investigation. Probably perception.
15.
What can I give you? You can probably see down the rock, like this, like sort of like sheer drop sort of thing. You can see down at probably about 20 feet, and then it's just black. You can't see how far it goes down.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I'm
we
gonna
could-
kick this guy.
Yeah, I
in.
was about to say we clearly aren't getting any information that we want. So I'm just gonna give Thorag the cheeky wink and nod, and I'm guessing he's gonna give the kick, and I'm just gonna fire an Eldritch Blast.
Is Sephiroth gonna help, or
No.
She can. She's gonna get very surprised when all of a sudden the dude goes flying and the other guy gets blown up.
Well, are we going to help the Kokidara out, or are we going to push
No.
it?
I would
No,
say just
I'd
leave it there.
I'd leave it there.
Yeah, just leave it there.
Sephiroth is standing with a
Not
stick
hitting
there,
anybody.
confused about what's happening, and she's looking for Revan and Thorag for
Yeah.
guidance. What are
So
you guys doing?
She looks
I'm
at
kicking the
if
living
she look
shit
yeah,
out of this dude into the pit.
and
Okay, do it.
I fire
Alright.
one Eldritch Blast at Dickhead on the right and one at the Dickhead on the left.
Okay.
What
As
would
in
you
this
like me to
dude.
roll?
Just
It'd
a
be
fucking-
strength. Strength,
Ah,
isn't it?
It would
Yeah,
just be a D20 with strength modifier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
Strength or athletics?
well, look, if you think it athletics,
No, because I'm doing like a full-on, like proper, like double leg in the air kick, and I'm gonna land on my back and then flip myself back up.
oh,
I
you're
mean,
doing a
that
drop
would-
kick. That's definitely
Yeah.
athletic. Then.
Yeah.
It's got
yeah.
adjectives.
Okay, cool.
It
here we
would
go.
either be that or an
Can I
unarmed
do it with
strike.
advantage because it's taking it by surprise, and I'm also flanking him.
With what?
Yeah,
A rock?
okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Here we go. Here we go. Please, please, dice gods, please, please. Yes.
Thorag just lets out this huge fucking jump and just boosh, like two boot heels go to this guy's like back, and you just hear all these cracks of all these bones. And this guy doesn't even make a noise. He doesn't scream or anything. He just like plummets, and it just goes like, you see him get to about like this far, and then like 15 feet deep, he just disappears.
Mhm.
That just completely knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, Eldritch Blast, one beam at this guy, one beam at this guy.
All right then, roll to attack.
Okay, Eldritch. Blast.
That was awesome.
Does a 17 hit the first dude?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8 for the first guy,
Okay.
and then for the attack on the second guy, does a natural 20 hit the second guy?
Yes.
Excellent. That's
Do you get a
fucking
boost?
22 to the second guy.
Nice. Nothing special. This dude, you just Eldritch Blast him then, I guess.
Well, for the first one, I'm guessing it's just like a glancing blow, so maybe off his shoulder. That second guy, I want his whole face to disappear.
Yeah.
Isn't that just saying?
Huh?
Isn't that straight through Severinus? Or is it?
He's
Yeah.
short. I'm sure he towers
She's
over it.
short. She's
You-
short.
Sure, with a crit, that's an Eldritch Blast straight to the face, and he just like wipes the skin off it, and just like you just see the bone underneath it. He's
I'm
just like a
thinking
skeleton.
T2,
Like
like
Raiders.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day when Sarah Connor's having the dream of Judgment Day, and just like the nuke goes off and just all her skin vaporizes.
Exactly that. That's exactly the visualization that you would expect to see. And he stands there for like 5 seconds and then drops, and he's dead. This other guy, the first guy, you hear like a bunch of bones just breaking his body, except for that one important one. So he's just convulsing on the floor, but he seems to be alive.
Good down there, buddy. Oh, I'm gonna rush in.
Go on, Balthasar. You can't. You don't have enough movement.
Yeah, well, I can move 60 feet, but that's about as far as what.
Oh, is
it?
it? Like, oh, you can move 60. I thought you could only move 30.
Yeah, but dash.
Take it.
Oh, yeah, but then you can't make a move after that, though.
He's just gonna yell at him.
Oh, ah!
Yeah. With the extra
Yeah.
attack,
Oh.
with the extra attack, you've got to attack first, don't you?
Yep.
To use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you use an attack action, you get a second attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'll just get engaged with old mate right in front of me here.
Alright.
Just go, motherfucker.
Don't know how
If
engaged
we're
you can
just
do it.
if we're just gonna freelance this, then I'll use all my movement and bonus action dash to go here, and then take a swing with the short sword.
Roll with advantage.
Put a GIF in the chat. That's the visualization of what I did to that guy's face.
20.
That's a hit.
12 damage.
Yep. So this dude was pretty much dead anyway, but you just like slash him. Do you slash him hard or just a nice subtle one?
Just enough. Don't want to
Just
overdo it.
enough. Okay, so you're not going like ham on him. Sick.
All that, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one too.
He does.
I get really triggered by fire, so like I'm trying to work out how to get rid of these messages. But yes, I don't think you can. If
Cool.
people
So-
could not post them, that'd be great.
Hey?
If people could not post any more, that'd be good.
Oh. Okay.
Them.
Sephirinus, are you just standing there with a stick?
Sorry, what was happening?
Are you just standing there with a stick?
Yeah.
So you just watched Thorai drop kick a guy into the abyss, one dude's face blow off, and the other guy gets shot and then stabbed. What are you doing?
What's there to do?
Well, you
So
still
you
gotta-
ba-
Hopefully, it's all right in front of you.
This Hope Devour here sort of starts convulsing, and it faces towards Sephirinus, with even though it's sort of like stuck under rocks and stuff like that, and it just starts spraying spores at her face. Nicole, can you? Sephirinus, can you please do a 12 intelligence saving throw? You're gonna have to beat a 12.
Oh.
Oh dear, that's a natural one.
Right.
Oh, no.
Okay, so must succeed on a DC. So this is a move called Devour Hope. The Hope Devour targets one creature can see within 10 feet of it that has a brain. The target must succeed on a DC 12 intelligence saving throw against this magic or take 2d10 psychic damage. So I'll roll that. 2d10. Also, on a failure, roll 46 if the total equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score. So yours, the target will lose all hope and turn its blade on itself. Next turn, they will attack themselves.
Jesus.
So, 4d6. So Sephirinus takes 16 damage.
Where's my? Oh, okay. So. 28. Okay.
So you just feel this wave of like negative emotions overcome you, Sephirinus, and it drains you, and your brain is just like doing loop sort of thing, and you absolutely hate it, and it's the worst thing you've ever felt in the world. Okay, what's your intelligence score?
Intelligence. The top number is 1. The second number is 13.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a 4d6. If it's more than 13, you'll try to kill yourself.
So I roll a d6.
No, he rolled it.
No, that was me.
Oh,
Okay, so it's only 11. So you basically just feel that, and then you just feel really shitty, but you're not that bad. Cool.
You have a headache and you feel sad.
Yeah, and lost a lot of health.
So maybe we should just try and kill this thing.
Yeah. So
by distance?
after that happens, do the rest of us have like any reactions, or can we make a move
Yeah.
against anything?
Pretty much, yeah.
Fairness, get back.
Yeah. I yell out to Thorag,
Yeah.
get her away from that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And as she's moving away, I fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Oh damn. I want to do something.
Okay,
I'll go over to
you go.
Okay, and give
You go for it. You haven't had anything
Alright.
yet. Do a thing.
All right. I shoot it with my longbow.
Do it.
Doing it. Why
That's
don't
a
you roll
lot.
so many
That's
dice?
a lot of dice.
Maybe if you get
I-
that high, it's just like yeah. What it hits.
Is that a 29?
Yes,
Yeah.
because he apparently has a plus 10 to it.
I do.
Holy shit! Why can't I get that?
Shit.
Because you didn't specialize in archery, my boy.
that definitely hits. It just
Nice.
pierces it, and it just like shrieks even louder.
I've also got extra attack now.
Mhm.
So I'll
Pretty
just do
different.
that.
Shoot it again.
Oh, 3. Only 13.
It's still a fucking 13
No.
though.
Why is
That
it-
still hits for 10. Okay, yep. So this thing is pretty much just like, it's got 2 arrows in it. And it's just like, pretty much just shot the fuck out of it, but it's still like twitching sort of there, and it's still alive. But
Can I
it's
shoot?
yeah,
Firebolt at it, please.
yeah. If you want,
Okay.
I like shoot firebolt, please. Pew.
Shoot firebolt, please. Played uns. Oh no. Oh yeah, 19.
Yep. that hits, and it just, you shoot it, and it just bursts up into flames, and all the spores that are sort of like in that vicinity also just sort of like erupt because they are flammable. None of you are close enough to sort of take damage, but yeah, just sort of like a big sort of like sort of thing until it sort of burns out. And yeah, it's dead.
So I look over at spores and then point to the spores and then look back at the group and I go, fireball spore? and see what happens.
Did you also lose points of intelligence?
no, just fireball spores?
Yeah, I concur with Thorag. Let us build something out of flammable materials and firebomb the shit out of this place.
Probably on the way out. Not so much, not right now, because it'll probably level the entire temple or mountain, wherever we are.
Also, probably might be super suspicious.
Also, it might weaken anyone who we face in here. Might be
It's
worth
true.
doing
Plus, it might give the city and the rest of the kingdom a little bit of reprieve from the black spores.
Yeah.
So, worst comes to worst, we set it on fire, leave, and quickly go to a different area, and hopefully that distracts them long enough where we get a free passage. Or we do
now. I
that.
reckon let's just do it. Let's just set it on fire.
All right, who are we lighting on
sick of this
fire and throwing
black-
down the hole?
Sick of this
I
black mold.
think I can just firebolt. As soon as it comes into contact with something, we can just do it. So maybe we all just leave out of the... We leave, and then I'll just shoot it at the doorway as we're walking out.
I think you're gonna have to shoot it into the hole, but we can try that.
Yeah, like, isn't it just flat?
No, it's a hole.
No. Hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair deuce.
that's what I meant. Was like get something, light on fire, push down hole.
Oh, hang on. Why can't I just set? Well, we can set one of your bows, your arrows alight in, and you could probably arch it.
I've got some.
I have a better idea. How about we light one of these bodies on fire and throw that down the hole?
Ooh, yeah. No,
Anyone got any oil?
I actually do.
All right.
I have a leaky oil lantern and an oily rag.
Well,
Oily
shove that
rag
oily
then.
rag in one of the orifices and light it on fire.
Yep.
Dealer's choice on which one you shove it
It's
up.
just like a Molotov cocktail.
But a person. And we have 2 bodies, so twice as effective.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got a heal the fairness for 15 hit points. Just
I've got
bottom
a tinderbox, so I guess you start stuffing and I'll start lighting.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are basically stuffing a body full of like oil and flammable shit, and you're gonna light it on fire and dump it into the hole.
Two
Yep.
bodies.
I would
Two bodies,
suggest
okay.
probably if Balthazar and I both throw one body in, we can probably be a bit further away from the hole, if that makes sense. If we both throw
yeah.
like
Well, how much
do
how
like
much
sprint.
concussive force does your firebolt have?
Well,
Because we could weaken and burnies this and just have them sitting on the edge and you shoot them from the door.
yeah, I don't think it actually blows anything backwards though.
Ah,
No.
oh well. Who wants some singed hair and can run really fast?
I'll go.
Yeah, the Dragonborn, who's probably flame retardant.
No, acid retardant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's almost like one of you is actually fire retardant.
Shut up.
he's the fucking demon.
Yes, okay, fine. I'm fire resistant. I get it. I'll light them on fire then.
Do you need a tinderbox or are you good?
I've got a
I'll
tinderbox.
take the fairness. I healed you for 15
Alright,
hit
let's
points.
let's get a wriggle on then.
Yeah.
Okay, right, stuff it up his ass. Let's go.
See what happens.
Yep,
He's,
so
he's
as-
stuffed.
Yep. So as everybody
Does
vacates
anyone
the
just
area,
before we toss them in the hole, any valuables on these dudes?
Nah.
Cool.
Oh, there was a letter from one of them from his wife saying that he loves him so much.
yeah, we also use that as Tinder.
Any nudes? Any nudes?
There's like a little leg shot.
Oh, nice. I saw a bit of
Oh.
ankle. Nice.
I don't know if you heard it, Sephirinus, but Balthazar healed you for 15.
No, but that's because I'm tired. But
No, I noticed that you were spacing on it. Hey, Rishlin, you want to vacate area so you don't accidentally get exploded?
Might be a good idea.
So you just toss them both these bodies down in this area here.
I light them on fire first and then push them.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So you light them on fire. Poof, they go up, and you sort of just pushing them down here.
I give them a good kick, but yeah, basically there. I'm not very strong, so I don't get the distance.
Let's go like here.
Okay.
I don't know. So, pretty much, as they fall, basically all of the spores just start igniting as well. It causes a bit of a chain reaction, but not like an explosive reaction, and there's like a massive fire which goes up sort of thing. And as the bodies drop, you can sort of watch them as they do it, and it clears sort of like oops, I don't want that shape. I want a freehand. Probably about this much of the spores just like start igniting as they fall down. The bodies fall about 100 feet and they hit just like what seems to be rocks down there. And the ground sort of just ignites, and you can have a really a good view of down this hole. It's about 100 foot. On the other side, the spores still keep coming up, and you can see down in the hole there's hundreds and hundreds of Hope Devourers scuttling around the floor down there. Some of them are just like the bodies landed on them and they're burning and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what you can see. Eventually the flames sort of die out, and you can't make out anything as the spores sort of take reform and fill the hole back up. When you were looking at it though, you could see that there were sort of like I guess footsteps on the way down. There was one like 80 foot down directly below you, sort of thing. It was like a sort of like a platform type thing.
So 80 foot down from me, so another 20 foot would be the floor.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing that's like probably either Grand Temple Arena or just like another pit where they can toss them in there. I relay the information that I saw back to the party, and then
Was it like steps?
well, he said it was like a platform, so I'm guessing it has like steps up and out.
Imagine the pit from the Batman movie, the third one.
Right.
Yeah.
So not steps. Maybe they were once steps.
Oh,
It looks like you could probably get one person on there, and then you might have seen like a few more there. But they were pretty far down
Yeah.
from what you could see on this side.
And then as I'm walking back to the group, I basically say, "Yeah, I feel like to get any headway or make any impact on that, we would either need to collapse the tunnel or much more fuel for the fire."
You'd actually have to kill them, I think.
Or that,
Yeah,
but
but you know, if we,
Might have to
if
come
we,
back
that's
and
where the-
deal with this later.
that's where the cave-in sort of takes place.
if we can burn, I don't think we should cave it in.
no.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's corrupted. I don't think we can cave it in. Like, because it might go back to being a proper, temple.
Yeah, but we would definitely have to get rid of the little Wrigleys down there, and then
Yep.
maybe have somebody sanctify it again.
That seems doable. We can pour enough fire in the hole. Firebolt's a cantrip.
Firebolt
No.
is
Yeah.
fireball
Yeah, so-
is level 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, firebolt. I can just keep shooting it as much
Yeah.
as I want. But it's
Do it.
only. Oh yeah, no, it's just within range, so I can basically walk right up to it.
So you
and
could do a-
start fire.
Do a Vegeta on the edge. Just
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want Thorag and I just to stand on the edge of that, just shooting energy blasts down there, we can. But
It may
I've-
take a while.
yeah, I feel like our time is better spent elsewhere.
I'm just saying. I think we should put a pin in that idea.
Yeah.
It's on the IDs board, it's just not on the action board just yet.
Yeah, well, someone write it down. Let's move on.
Alright, let's go to the pit and the water pit.
The bathhouse.
Do you guys want to sort of end it there, back at the statue, sort of just
Yeah,
for
we
the
can do that.
night, or do you
Yeah.
want to proceed a little further, or what are people feeling?
I've probably got to get going soon. So
Nah, that's probably alright.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for-
it's
for-
probably
you-
probably
for
not a bad
sanity's
spot
sake.
to leave it.
It's probably a good idea to leave it there.
Mm.
We'll tick, yep. Cool.
So
That's it.
we're back in.
We're back at the
Yeah,
statue.
back
Yeah.
at the statue room. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
As we're walking back down there, I slap Thorag on the shoulder and say, "Good job."
That kick was awesome!
There's a
with a wink and a nod.
there's a movie. I actually don't know what it's called with Scott Adkins, who's like this dude who does heaps of stunts, where he does like a backflip and kicks a guy. I was like, I've been trying to find a GIF of it. They did a breakdown of it on Corridor Crew.
Yeah, was it a backflip or a front flip? Or was it both? I can't
backflip.
remember. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I'm pretty
probably
sure
got
I
it.
have seen that one.
Yeah.
And I just remember watching it. I was like, that can't be plausible. And then he does it. I'm like, oh, that looked really cool.
Well, you can do it. I just don't
Yeah.
think it's a good idea. Cool. I guess we
Yep.
kind of started getting somewhere at least.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks for playing tonight, and we'll get back into it. I think we might play during grand final night.
Sounds good.
Why not?
I mean, I'm all good for that. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
You alright?
No.
Why not?
Well, not
Why? It's not like anything else important's happening that day.
Yeah, where are you gonna go? It's not like you can go anywhere.
well, no. I can go to the lounge room and put the TV on. Watch the footy.
No.
Oh, good.
Oh, I didn't even play my offering pit music. Do you want to hear my offering pit music?
Aw.
Yeah, go for it. I haven't killed the
Oh,
stream
yeah.
yet. We'll keep going. Just for music. Okay, that's really ominous.
I can't hear anything.
Have you ever heard a song and instantly regretted it?
Why? Is this song?
Because
I can't
because
hear it.
no, it's good. It's a good song. It's just really ominous.
Yeah, it was meant
I
to be.
can't hear it.
So were you playing
Aw.
on the keyboard again?
How am I?
No.
Why am I not hearing it? Are you playing it through Roll20 or are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll
it's Roll
me.
20.